Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 75 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co-host today.
And I'm your other co-host, Joe.
And we're a week late on this one, Joe,
Yeah.
because I've been away. I was actually in California. But yeah, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about 28 Years Later and F1. We chose those two as our releases, even though like a bunch of other shit came out. And then we're also going to be talking about Hercules, which I recommended last episode.
Yeah.
But I know while I've been gone, you've kind of been like... Because I had 2 vacations back-to-back, so I missed so many releases. I know you've been keeping up, so I don't know if... Maybe you...
Well, why don't you talk about where you went first?
All right, I could talk about it. So I was in California. I flew into San Francisco and met a bunch of my buddies there. One of my good friends lives in Santa Monica. My friend Dan. Shout out to him. So yeah, he met us up there with his roommate, and we kind of just went down the whole coast. We did San Francisco the first night, then we went to Napa Valley, did a wine tour there, Yosemite National Park, Sequoia National Park the day after, then we went to Santa Barbara, Santa Monica for a day, and then ended the trip in San Diego, which I got to go to the San Diego Zoo, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw any of the
No, I wanted you to
pics.
send me the pictures of the pandas, because I think it's like the only zoo in the U.S. with pandas.
That was, bro. The pandas was like unreal. They don't even look real. It looks like a person in a suit. But how they have it set up is like, because they're so, everyone wants to see them.
Yeah.
When you walk in, it's like, there's a line to see them. It kind of goes like a conveyor belt. Like you walk in, everyone walks in line, and they bring you in front of the habitats, and like you walk past it quickly. But you have to kind of like move, because there's like a million people that want to see it. So what happens is we go in, there's like two separate enclosures because they have 2 pandas. The first enclosure, you see this one panda, he's like on top of this rock, just knocked out, passed out asleep. So he wasn't doing much.
Yeah.
Or like whatever. It was cool to look at. Then like as we go to the next enclosure, there's just like nothing there. And the guy's like, yeah, sometimes he like hides behind this wall. And as we're going, all of a sudden, he just like, the panda just trots out from behind the wall, like right as we're sitting there. Just like faces everyone and just takes like a massive shit in front of everyone. It was like insane.
That's actually mad funny.
It was mad funny. So he just like shit in front of everyone, and then just like climbed up on a little like post thing that he had, like a little sort of, I don't know how to explain it, but and just started like eating bamboo and just looking at everyone. It was so crazy. It was like something out of a movie. But
I want to
that
see
was really cool.
But they're not, they're not like, I think aren't they only in China?
Yeah, I think like there's like some sort of government contract to have them here.
They were given to the U.S. as like a gift, but it's technically like they don't own the pandas. So like if they could request them back, and they have to send them back.
I think they did at one point. They went back and then they came back.
Oh, okay.
So I think I was looking it up. I think they like just got pandas in a zoo in Atlanta too.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Which like very recently, but the San Diego one, they had the most
They've had
pandas
it for a while,
But
it's really cool.
that zoo is crazy. Like you honestly need more than one day there.
It's that big. I mean, when I went to Cali, I didn't go to San Diego, so I didn't get to see it. But I know everyone
it's
talks
huge.
about it. Yeah.
It's really cool. But I would definitely go back.
Yeah.
That was it. Just it's been a lot. We could have recorded last week, but I decided to just push the episode a little bit just because I needed a week to recover.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think you have a list of some of the stuff you watch. Maybe just give like some brief thoughts on it.
So,
how about you could tell me whether or not you think it's worth it for me to see it.
So the Phoenician Scheme, I actually really liked it. I gave that 8 out of 10. I'm not the biggest Wes Anderson fan, but this was kind of more my style. A lot of people are saying it's his best since the Grand Budapest. I haven't seen the Grand Budapest, but I really like this. Ballerina I saw as well. Ballerina was it's exactly what you think it's gonna be. Like not good writing, but really good fight scenes. And I like that they lean into the fact that like she's a girl and they don't like try. They like it's supposed to be not fair to her, so she has to use like other things, like her environment around her.
Do they like let her use her strength to take out big men or not really?
Yeah, like she definitely knocks out some people, but like she's overpowered. I don't know. They're really creative with the fight scenes, but they're good with that with John Wick.
That's out of all the releases that I missed. That's like the one that I want to get back to.
And John Wick has like a very good, like he's in it for like a decent amount, probably like a half hour.
That's sick.
Yeah. Predator Killer of Killers. A lot of people love that. I wasn't the biggest fan. I didn't like that the animation was really wanky and not really my style. And I would have preferred if they just kept the story separate. I didn't like that they all like kind of. You actually saw that one.
I saw part of it. I didn't finish watching.
Oh,
it.
you all right? So then I'm not gonna.
But you could spoil it. I don't care. I know there's like a connection to Prey, right? What is it?
Yeah. So basically, they capture all these. Like they capture the World War II guy, the Viking, and then the Japanese dude, and they like have this. They're like, oh, like you guys have to kill each other, and whoever's the winner will face like the there's like a big ass predator, and then like they end up like teaming up and like killing the predator. But it's revealed at the end that like this predator has like character from Prey like frozen in their like I don't know. So it's like showing her, you see her like I mean it's alluded to like she's a Native American woman. So
I feel like because there's this other Predator movie coming out.
Yeah, Badlands, right?
Yeah, so I think they might connect that in some way. Because
Yeah.
why would they show the girl from Prey?
I have a feeling there's going to be some type of connection.
And I saw something that was like,
what?
oh, this is definitely going to be the protagonist of the new Alien vs. Predator movie. And it was like the two leads from Romulus, and then the girl from Badlands, and then the girl from Prey. So it'd be like David Johnson, what the fuck's her name?
Kaylee Spaney.
Kaylee Spaney, and then, is it Elle Fanning?
Yes, Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning, and the girl from Prey, Amber Midthunder, whatever.
That's like
all four of them in like an Alien vs. Predators movie. I feel like that's pretty cool.
That's sick. And like I feel like the four of them are like some of the best. I mean, Elle Fanning's a little like more established, but really up and coming actors and actresses.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is cool.
And they're cool characters too.
Yeah, like
so.
I'm actually like you care about like the characters and whatnot.
Yeah.
I saw also Life of Chuck. Thought it was fine. A lot of people were saying it's the best picture. I don't really think so. It reminded me almost. You know how we said for The Complete Unknown, there was like nothing about the directing style that like really like stood out. Like it just was like it wasn't necessarily bad, but it just kind of like I don't know. It was
yeah,
nothing.
there's just it's
I don't
whatever. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see this movie, but it's just like what I was saying about Complete Unknown is there's. I watched the movie and there was nothing about it that said, "Yeah, this is a James Mangold film."
Yeah,
it was just kind of, you know.
That's how I felt
like
about
similar with Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Life of Chuck. But the cast is good. Tom Hiddleston has a good dance number, but no, that's really bad. Yeah. Then also How to Train Your Dragon. I saw deadass a complete carbon copy of the animated movie, like beat for beat. Like I don't think they changed one thing in the movie at all. They added. The only thing they explain is like how they explain why they're at Burke. It's kind of
why
like,
do they not explain that in the original?
No. So basically, at Burke is like all these warriors from like all over the world kind of come there, and they've just basically decided like it's close to where the dragons are, so we're gonna establish there and like try to kill all the dragons.
Okay.
So they say like they have different people from different countries, like from all over.
How is Mason Thames in it?
She's great. I don't know, like she's like pretty much.
No, he. The
he?
main guy.
Oh,
isn't that his name?
The dude from Black Phone?
Yeah, it's Mason, is it not?
I think you're right. I'm sorry. I heard Mason. I just assumed it was a girl's name.
That's sexist.
Yeah, no. He was good. He definitely brings like. I feel like he does the emotional scenes between him and Stoic are like a little bit better because I don't know, just like I feel like they're just executed better in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Stoic is his father, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the animated Hiccup is a little more like
expressive.
No, like the opposite. Like I feel like he's more kind of like he expresses feelings, but he's pretty like I don't know, like melancholy. Like this Hiccup is a lot more. I feel like expressive. Like the scene between him and his dad in the animated versus in the live action, like they start like yelling at each other and stuff. And it's like kind of you know. I think it's just like, credit to Mason Thames, right? You said?
I think Thames. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he did a good job with that.
Yeah, when I one of my predictions when I saw this was like he's gonna be huge. Or as soon as he got cast as the lead here, I was like, he's gonna be massive in Hollywood soon.
Yeah,
it's
most
only a matter
likely.
of time.
Like this already got.
What? Didn't he just get cast in like Legend of Zelda too? Or it's like a
No.
rumor.
I
Could be wrong. Let me look that up. But continue.
I'm trying to see what he's in. Like that's coming up. Anyway. And then the next thing I saw was The Materialist, which I actually really liked. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I feel like most people don't like it because it's marketed as a rom-com, and it's just not a rom-com. It's kind of like a commentary on like dating in New York, in my opinion. I don't know if it's like, especially dating in Manhattan. It's more specific.
That's interesting. Does it go into like the difficulties of like finding a relationship in the city?
Yeah, but it's more about like how it can be unrealistic, like people's expectations versus what they get, and like just kind of about it's like about that, and more about like how sometimes people like the idea of things, or like they just check boxes for people and that's good enough for them.
Yeah.
And it's not actually like oh, like I'm dating this guy because he makes X amount of money, is this feet tall, has this job, and it's like not, it's about like that versus like actually liking somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. I know like a lot of people,
I want to check that out, but
yeah, I feel like you would honestly like it.
How is it compared to Past Lives?
I think Past Lives is definitely a step above this. It's like such a I don't know. I feel like Past Lives is like a way more personal story. This you kind of like dropped in the middle of it. Like she already had this established relationship with Chris Evans, and you kind of see glimpses of it, but not really. Whereas in Past Lives, you watch the two characters as kids grow up, and like these feelings grow. So I feel like that. I don't know. It was better.
This seems like it was kind of like after Past Lives. This was her Celine Song. This was like her more accessible film that the general public would probably go see compared to Past Lives. Which I mean, it's an accessible film. Like everyone can relate to that movie in some way.
Yeah.
But this is more like you get the big name stars, and it's more like the trailer's very like rom-com-y like and stuff like that. So
Chris Evans is good. They're all great in it. All the actually, Chris and Pedro are great. Like
Madam Web.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I used to not think she was a bad actress, but I don't know. She's starting to. I was not the biggest fan of her in this.
Bro, we should watch 50 Shades of Grey for this pod. Maybe we'll see how she is in that.
Or Suspiria.
Yeah, she's good in Suspiria.
Apparently, she's rumored to be like cast as Jean Grey.
Really?
Yeah, I would not like.
Where?
That.
I didn't see that.
I saw something on that. They as a rumor that they want her to play. Either it was that or they want her in a Star Wars movie. Oh, I think it might have been Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah. Wait, but before we move on, back to what I was saying with the Mason themes. It says according to the insider Thwip T. Have you heard of that account on Twitter? Thwip T on Twitter.
Maybe
they're like a scooper. They're kind of like a smaller version of what's that one big scooper?
Daniel RPK.
No, like the one that's you don't know who they are.
I don't know who Daniel RPK is.
No, like like they don't have a name. It's like their name is like, can we get something like that?
Fuck. I like Sunshine or something, or
let me look it up. You probably sound insane.
No
right
Sunshine. I know what you're talking about. They're like wrong sometimes.
Yeah, people think that it might be Grace Randolph.
Yes. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like one of those accounts where it's like, oh, we have this information, whatever, or like Apocalypse,
Oh yeah,
okay. Like one of those.
Yeah.
Whip T, it's called. They said that Mason Thames is being eyed to play Link in the live-action Legend of Zelda movie, and also Hunter Schafer's in discussions to play Zelda.
I feel like that her as Zelda is like very, very good casting.
Yeah,
she looks identical to Zelda.
Yeah, and I could see him as Link too.
Yeah,
I don't know, especially like an up-and-coming gonna be big name kind of thing. So yeah, the reason why, just because I was saying like I feel like he's gonna be in everything.
Yeah,
he's just one of those that you could kind of see it coming.
Well, this already got greenlit for a sequel.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen the second one?
No, I haven't, but I will go back and check. I want to go see this though, the live action. But a lot of this stuff I'm just gonna have to like wait till streaming.
This will probably be in theaters for a while though. Honestly, they're probably just gonna leave it.
Yeah. There's like so much new shit coming out though that.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is the benefit of having the Regal Pass
or
the AMC A list. I mean,
like the last I think I saw F1 what's today? Sunday. I saw F1 on Friday, and then I saw Megan today, and then tomorrow I'm seeing. Oh, I didn't speak about Megan. That was the thing. And I'm seeing Jurassic World tomorrow night.
Yeah, talk about Megan, because that's one that I've also been looking forward to.
Yeah.
As we get closer, I'm just like not. I don't know why.
It's fine. It's like I think it gets a little too convoluted with the. It's 2 hours long, which is kind of crazy for Megan. Like it definitely could have been cut down. The action's great. Like that's but that's really it. It's not. It's just. It's like I gave it like 3 stars, 2.5 stars. Like it's. I don't think it's as good as the first one because like I kind of like the story better the first one.
Yeah.
This is like it's like a full on action. There's no real horror in it at all.
Yeah, I really like the first one because it's campy, but it's still in some ways is trying to be like this traditional horror film.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't take itself seriously. You have like the titanium scene when she's singing in the bedroom, things like that.
Oh yeah, there's definitely I forgot about that. There's definitely like some. It's very campy. Like that I like about it.
This
the
new
camp
one
is definitely
though,
still there.
I feel like the camp it's like too much. Where they become like too self-aware that it's like fuck it, let's not even try with horror anymore. Let's make this as ridiculous as possible.
Well, there's no horror in this whatsoever, like at all.
Yeah.
But there was only one scene that I was really like, all right, I get it.
Was it her like jumping out of the plane or whatever that was?
What? Oh no, that wasn't even bad, honestly.
In the trailer, what is that? She's like
it's
a
like they have
suit.
to go to this like facility somewhere, and like she has to. Like low-key, I don't even know if that was in the movie. That might not have even been in the movie. They might have cut it. You just
saw it. You would have remembered.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't see that. Like there's a scene of her like standing on the top like with that building, but then like I don't remember her like dodging through the fucking rocks and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It looks so ridiculous in the trailer.
I don't know. They do leave room like open for another one. It actually has a lot of commentary on AI, which surprisingly.
That's interesting.
About like the dangers of AI and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's everything that I've. Let me see. Let me just double check. I saw Mountain Head 2. That was on HBO Max. That was like.
The fuck is that?
That was
Mountain Head.
It's like the guy who did Succession. These 4 billionaires go to this like mountain mansion or something, and like this like a huge global crisis going on, and they're just kind of like, it's like their fault. And also Elio I saw too.
Oh yeah, Elio.
Which actually I really liked. Elio was great. Like
it's making like no money.
I mean, yeah, And then people complain about no new originals. Like this was actually good. Like I don't know why people just don't want to see it.
I don't know. I was thinking like, what's a kids movie that's out right now that maybe people are putting their attention towards instead? I guess How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know.
But I mean, still. Like I actually really enjoyed it. Like I thought it was very good. Like animation was good. It reminds me a little bit about a movie we'll probably talk about later in the news. Project Hail Mary for a certain reason, but I don't know. I thought it was cool. It just really explores like when you're a kid and like being interested in space and fitting in and like that kind of thing. I don't know. I thought it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I'll check it out at some point. But as you guys can see, like I'm so behind.
Yeah.
Joe, you just listed like almost 10 movies that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
From this
my
year.
schedule definitely like benefits me too.
Yeah, but all right. I guess that was like maybe our longest intro ever.
Yeah.
But we can move on to the first movie. So I'll read the synopsis of this one. So, first movie we're going to be talking about is 28 Years Later. It's directed by Danny Boyle, and it's written by Alex Garland, who I'm a big fan of. But I'll read the synopsis here. In 28 days it began. In 28 weeks it spread. In 28 years it evolved. Not bad. 28 years since the rage virus escaped a biological weapons laboratory. Now, still in a ruthlessly enforced quarantine, some have found ways to exist amidst the infected. One such group lives on a small island connected to the mainland by a single heavily defended causeway. When one member departs on a mission into the dark heart of the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected, but other survivors as well. So, Joe, I don't know how familiar you are with the other films in this franchise.
I haven't seen them.
Not at all?
Nope.
So, I've seen 28 Days Later. It's basically... It's very similar to The Walking Dead, but the virus starts It actually starts from like monkeys in a lab,
Okay.
which is kind of interesting, like chimps, and then it gets out to I think just the UK.
The UK,
like,
yeah.
And that's something interesting about the series. Like, it's only the UK. The rest of the world is like unaffected by this, which they don't really go into that much, but it's kind of interesting.
They talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, that same sort of frantic way that this is edited and shot, this movie is like just how the original was done, and it makes sense because it's the same creative team behind it. I actually haven't seen 28 Weeks Later, but I think it's pretty much retconned.
Oh, really?
I was reading articles about it, and spoilers for that movie, but I think at the end of that movie, basically the cliffhanger is like the virus somehow gets to Paris or something.
Oh, really?
So it's implied that it's going to spread through the rest of the world. But I think in this movie, they briefly mentioned that like it got out for a second, and then they contained it, and it was fine.
Oh, okay.
So apparently that movie's not that important to watch. But
fair. Interesting.
yeah, so I guess the main thing about this movie that a lot of people were talking about going in is it's completely shot on iPhones, which I know there's been lots of posts about it recently. Like, maybe I could bring up really quick
that picture.
The picture of the camera rig. But let's see.
I was reading that the reason why they used the iPhones was something to do with the fact of, like, when they were doing the running scenes and when they were like capturing people moving in the wilderness, they wanted it to feel like as real as possible. So they wanted like to let like not as much like I guess like set equipment on, like, as opposed to having an iPhone versus like a big camera with like a, you know.
Yeah.
So something to do with that.
Here, you can see this.
Yeah.
Look at this rig. They said they had up to like 20 iPhones at once or something, which I don't know if you notice, like some of the scenes. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, just check this out. Looks pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Some of the scenes where they would have sort of the, like, it would look at a zombie like this and just go like this.
Yeah.
Like cut around. That rig, like, basically shows exactly how they did that. They probably just like switched between each one. I thought it was really cool.
I actually did not like those scenes.
Really?
It felt like a
Why
kill
not?
cam in a video game. Like, I don't know.
That's kind of cool though. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I didn't like the transition. Like, it felt like the choppiness of it. I know it's on purpose. Like, 'cause, I don't know. It just felt like I was watching like almost like a live video, like a live picture when you click it. It's just like the way it rotates. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of it.
You know what it reminded me of? I don't know if you've ever played Fallout or not.
I have, but like I don't remember which one.
There's a certain way you can kill people. I forget what it's called, but it basically like does that sort of animation kind of where you pick like a body part on them and then it'll do the kill and it'll sort of like change the angle so you can see like how it hits them, whatever you're shooting at them. It reminded me a lot of that. I wouldn't be surprised if that was sort of an influence there.
Influence on it.
Yeah, but yeah, in terms of like the behind the scenes stuff and how it was made, I really found that super interesting and just sort of like how we're moving with technology and just the way that things are filmed. Obviously, like since it was on an iPhone, it was filmed on digital, but
it's funny because significantly cheaper too.
Yeah, it must be. It must have been cheaper.
Well, the budget I think was like only like 30 million or 40 million or something like that.
No, it was more. It says 75 million.
Oh, really? Oh, damn.
Yeah, but they also already shot the sequel apparently. So I guess I know they said they didn't greenlight if they're gonna do a trilogy,
but they probably will. This is doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Nia DaCosta is directing the sequel.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about her yet, but
I haven't really.
I like Candyman, which she did, but the Marvels wasn't a fan of.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more the studio than her.
Yeah, I don't really blame her for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even though it was shot on iPhone, I felt like there was a lot of really beautiful cinematography.
Yeah.
Like a lot of scenes were just shot so well, just looked really cool.
The scene with them running away from the Alpha on the sea bridge was really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was my favorite scene in the movie. Mm-hmm. Just that escape, just how it was filmed. Yeah. And I again, going into the behind the scenes stuff, they said they built like an entire set just for that scene where they had this massive bridge and they had like camera rigs on. One was on the Alpha and one was on Aaron Taylor Johnson, just sort of like going back and forth between them. Yeah. Really cool.
What did you think of the Alpha?
He was cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
I didn't mind him.
I thought it was cool.
What do you think about how he was naked in his...
I love that. I like that they're naked. It feels like realistic. Like they're wild animals. Like, 'cause
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense that like some of them would be naked, you know.
yeah, eventually like clothes rips. It's gonna, it's been like 28 years. It's not gonna stay on them forever.
It was jarring though, I gotta say.
I feel like it was, if like that's how they would look, like if they lived in the wilderness and shit. So it made sense to me. I like the idea that like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, they interviewed Danny Boyle and they asked him about it, and he was like, "Oh, we had to use prosthetics because there's certain rules around like child actors that they can't be in front of that." That was kind of funny. But
Speaking of child actors, what's his name? Spike in the movie, right?
yeah, Spike.
He was
good.
fantastic. Yeah, that was his first acting role.
I know. Yeah, I was really impressed. He was really good. Jodie Comer was really good. Mm-hmm. She kind of plays this like troubled, I guess like mentally troubled character. They reveal that she has cancer at the end, but
I feel like it's implied she has like some type of sepsis or some type of like infection from the cancer, and it's causing her like to lose her mind. Yeah,
because the doctor said he felt like enlarged lymph nodes in like her breast and like her neck or something like that.
Yeah.
But so you're the nurse. What do you think?
Yeah, sepsis? I mean that's like that, but that's like that's like being like, oh, your ankle's swollen, so you have a massive blood clot in your leg. Like it's very, but like for the sake of the story, it makes sense.
Yeah. And then she just like kills herself.
Essentially, yeah. Instead of suffering.
That was kind of a lot. I mean,
I thought it was
to put on the kid. I'm saying, like this crazy doctor who's played by Ralph Fiennes.
Well, he's great in this as well.
He was great. Yeah, he's my favorite character in the movie, even though he only has like 30 minutes of screen time.
Apparently, he's going to be a main, like, more prevalent in the new one.
I guess. I mean, it seems like they're going to stick around on the mainland.
Because I think what's probably going to happen is Aaron Taylor Johnson's character is going to try to find Spike. He's probably going to meet the doctor. They're probably going to go look for him.
Meet this gang. This weird gang.
We'll get to that in a little bit. And then they also said the Alpha is going to return too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
What did you like? I thought it was sick how he rips the people's spines out.
Yeah, that was
awesome. Yeah.
Like their head attached to the spinal cord is just such great imagery. It looks really cool.
I was like wondering, because they had all the promotional art with like them holding like they hold the like fucking spine out, and it was like,
yeah. One complaint though I had about the movie is there's just like so much tonal whiplash. Yeah. Where it starts out and it's very sort of dark and scary and unsettling, especially when Spike like first goes to the mainland with his dad, and there's there's their fear of death and they're running and it's like frantic and it's scary, and then they meet eventually when Spike goes back to the island with his mother and they meet that soldier. It just becomes like a comedy for like 30 minutes out of nowhere. There's just nonstop joke after joke after joke. When I was like, where did this come from? Like they have that scene.
The gas station and shit.
Yeah. When they have the scene of the guy showing his girlfriend back home and she has like the botched like lip filler and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And then Spike's like, oh, why does she look like that? Looks like she has, because he doesn't know, because he was born in this apocalypse. He doesn't understand. Like that. It's funny, but like it was just.
Yeah,
it just,
like
I don't know.
Like,
it just didn't
almost
feel
died like 3 seconds ago.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it tonally matched the rest of what I was just watching.
Yeah.
But then at the end, it gets like really funny, and then it goes back to being like somber and really sad with the mother dying and Spike having to take her skull and place it among this temple of bones. So that's the name of the second movie, Bone Temple. Yeah. But and then it's like just kind of going back and forth with these tones, and I wish they maybe would have stuck with one.
I definitely prefer more of the serious.
Yeah, and then the ending, it's like
very weird.
It's very weird, and it's comedic too. It's not. It's definitely meant to be played for laughs with how ridiculous like the movements of these characters are, jumping around, doing backflips, like the music.
Well, like they should have just made that like a post-credit scene then, because that would make more sense if it was like the movie ended on him running away, and then like the credits roll, and then after it shows them pull up. Then it's like, okay, this is like an intro for what we're gonna get in the next.
Yeah, I think it'll end up being a little better once we see the sequel. But if you look at this as a singular film, it starts out with this story of this kid that he's in the house with these other kids, and all of them die, and his mother dies, and he makes it out. He has this cross. Then it like, okay, we leave that alone.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, you have this whole movie, everything happens, and the way that you end the movie is coming back to that original scene, seeing this kid now grown up in like some weird gang that's doing like backflips and stuff, and like that's your ending to this movie. Like that has nothing to do with what we just watched.
Yeah.
And the only thing that makes it acceptable is knowing, okay, there's going to be another movie coming out in like 6 months that's going to continue this. But if you look at this as just a singular story and a singular movie, it's just such a strange way to end it.
Yeah.
It should have ended with Spike putting the skull up. And then this, like you said, this could have been a post-credit scene. It was just very weird. I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of that.
No, I agree. I think the movie shines most when it focuses on one tone, and it's like a detriment to the kind of dislikes I had with the film.
Yeah, and even if they did decide to go with like the goofy tone the whole time, that would have been fine. I feel like that still could have worked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have liked it though. I preferred like especially with the marketing. They marketed it as like this kind of horror movie.
Yeah,
but,
So I wonder how Cillian Murphy's gonna come back in the next one, because I honestly forget how the original ends, because I saw it a while ago.
I know that they said the third one, if they make the third one, he's going to be like the main character of the third one, but I don't know.
The second one, he's going to appear at the end. I think I saw that.
Something like that, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like Spike's character. I'm excited to see where the story goes.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It was just, I don't know, it was just like a weird movie to me. There's just like a lot of weirdness going on.
Yeah, fair.
So
fair.
I guess we could rate it. I don't know.
Well,
Did you
have
say
another favorite scene? I mean, the land bridge was good, but I mean, also the one with Spike putting the skull on top of the thing was really nice too.
Yeah, that was a cool scene.
Yeah.
I like some of Dr. Kelson's dialogue, like the memento mori thing.
Yeah.
Just like sort of explaining to this kid who's born in an apocalypse, like, like you have to be willing to accept death.
Yeah.
And you have to be whatever, I forget, I don't know. Like it's said so much.
Yeah. I felt like he was almost like a zookeeper to the zombies in a way. That's like kind of the vibe he gave me. Like when he sedates the alpha. Yeah, seduce. But then he's like, oh, this is what he has a name for him, and he's like, give me the head, and he like rips the head out of his hand. Like I don't know, it felt very much like a zookeeper.
Yeah, like he was in control.
Yeah,
he's not scared about these zombies at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It definitely feels a lot like the beginning of a story, rather than a complete film.
I agree.
So,
yeah. Want to get the ratings?
We could rate it. You could go first.
So I gave it a 3.5, so 7 out of 10. I think the acting is great. I really enjoyed a lot of the characters, but like Matt said, there's a lot of tonal changes in this that I wasn't really a fan of, and I didn't like some of the camera work, and also the ending was just a little weird. So for me, it was a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree with you. I gave it a 3.5 stars, 7 out of 10. I think there's a lot that I really like about this movie, especially with just the way that it was shot, the way that it was edited, a lot of the stuff that was done like after the fact. But just in terms of the story, there's a lot of weird decisions made in the tone, where it starts out as the super dark, gritty, sort of scary movie, and then it becomes comedic randomly for 30 minutes, and then it gets really dark and somber again, and then it ends super comedically, and it's like there's like you get whiplash from the tones, and it's like what are we doing here? What is this movie trying to be? But yeah, aside from that, there's just I don't know. I still respect it a lot. The fact that it was shot on the iPhone and it still had great cinematography, looked really good. Great performances. I have no complaints about any of the performances, but I couldn't fully invest myself in because it was throwing me all over the place. Yeah. But still very solid. I'm still excited to see what they do next. So 7 out of 10.
I wonder if this new one, if they're going to lean more into like the campiness of like how they are, or they're going to focus more like on the because although it's two like tonal shifts, I feel like it's majority of the dark stuff. Do you think this will be the opposite now, or it's more like kind of?
I feel like it's gonna have to be campy in some way, especially if we're gonna follow this gang of like tracksuit people because they're just inherently funny in this world.
I like
who are these people wearing all gold jewelry and
fucking tracksuits and
shit?
It's just like the
weird
gold grill and everything.
It's funny because you told me before the movie. I kept saying people were saying like, oh, there's this insane ending, something crazy happens, and you were like, when I asked you about it, you were just like, the ending feels like it's supposed to be from a different movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, I had no idea what was gonna happen, but it was just shocking.
It looked like
really.
They felt like Power Rangers to me.
Yeah, I saw people saying that on Twitter
because like the bright colors, they're doing all these flips and shit, which is funny because the kid has a Power Ranger toy in the beginning of the movie.
I don't know what to say, man. I really don't. But
yeah, 28 years later.
All right, we can move on to the next movie, F1.
F1.
You want to read the synopsis on this one?
Well, let me pull it up. Did you see this in IMAX, I hope?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I thought there would be... There weren't any transition shots, I felt, though. I thought they were going to... I felt the whole thing was in IMAX. Like, they never, like...
Oh, like, change the aspect ratio?
I'm sorry, yeah, I worded that wrong. Alright.
Yeah.
F1 the movie. Racing legend Sonny Hayes is coaxed out of retirement to lead a struggling Formula One team and mentor a young hotshot driver while chasing one more chance at glory. I honestly, I really enjoyed this. This definitely has some like kind of Top Gun vibes to it, with the sense of like this older guy coming in trying to train the rookies, and also just like this, the driving. I don't know, like driving and flying a fucking ship. I don't know, but also one thing I also wanted to say was that I felt like the intensity of the scenes were like really, really good. I felt like I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, and I felt genuinely like nervous for their lives, like if they were actually racing, which was a detriment to the director. I think it's Joseph starts with a K. Krasinski.
He directed Top Gun Maverick as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I think you see a lot of those similarities.
Yeah, of course. I didn't realize how much like actually goes into the F1 racing, like in terms of like the different fucking, I don't know, the mods you could do in the cars and like the different.
That's something that I was gonna mention too. I found that really, really interesting, really cool. How obviously it's the job of the driver to win the race, but there's also this whole other aspect where you have like this lead engineer that has to design a car to best suit what the racer needs. I just found that really cool how there's like this whole other side of it that could go into, you know, being the difference between winning and losing a race.
Is like which little half seconds from engineering.
I don't think it's like that in NASCAR. Really.
No.
I think they all have similar cars.
Yeah.
This one is kind of like part of it is designing and building your car, which is really cool.
Yeah, it kind of makes me want to watch F1, honestly.
Yeah,
I have to. That's like the feeling I had after walking. I don't know if that was on purpose. That was the point of the movie, but I was I kind of want to watch this.
I saw it recently with my girlfriend. She said the same exact thing. She said, "This makes me so." Well, first she said that kind of reminded me of Mario Kart, and then she was like, "Oh, this makes me want to watch it like F1, like actually check it out." And that's kind of the point of this movie, I guess, really, just to make you more interested in it. But what was I gonna say?
Well,
in terms of like the Top Gun Maverick stuff, I feel like I don't know if it's like necessarily a good thing, because it kind of shows like Joseph Kosinski just follows this blueprint. Yes, it works, but I mean, you know, the movie it's very by the books. It's predictable. Like you know what's gonna happen. Like you know they're gonna end up becoming friends and win the race. There was never a doubt about that. And same thing in Top Gun. Like, you really think they're not going to fucking succeed in their mission that they do. But, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter. It's just like if you have a good, entertaining movie, then who cares?
The cast is great, too, as well.
Yeah. It's like a dad movie, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big dad movie. It's Brad Pitt, Damon Idris or Iris?
Yeah.
Idris? Which he was great. I've never seen him, and I know a lot of people were talking about him as like possibly the next Black Panther. I saw people even say Bond potentially.
He could be Bond.
I could see he has young, like that traditional handsome kind of, you know. And he's British. I feel like Bond's normally British too.
I know he was in one of the final contenders to play Jon Stewart as well.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like I think it was either between him or Aaron Pierre.
Oh yeah, okay. Honestly, yeah, they're both like very traditionally handsome, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, and then also, what's her name from Banshees of Inisherin? I liked her as well.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on her name. I
Yeah,
was trying to think of her name the past 30
I think
seconds
this
while
was
you were
an
talking.
S. I could be wrong.
Nah, hold on. Let me just find it. Let's see. Let's
Like
see.
Sonny, the way she says like Sonny is mad funny. I like
Carrie
the Irish
Condon.
brogue.
Carrie
Carrie
Condon.
Condon, yeah.
She's Oscar nominated as well
Yeah.
for Banshees.
Banshees, yeah. She's good in
That's
this.
why I find it fun to like be invested in the awards races, because then
Yeah.
you'll see, like, she gets nominated for an Oscar and then she'll start popping up and stuff. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like, and she was kind of a out of nowhere kind of actress.
Yeah, she was like she voices Tony Stark's like computer Saturday
Yeah.
or Friday,
is it
whatever.
Friday?
No, is it Friday?
think it's
Did I
Friday.
say the name wrong? Date.
She was in Night Swim. I forgot about that. I think Night Swim might have been her first post Oscar nom movie.
Damn. She probably signed on to that before she got nominated.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's like you said, it's very by the books, but music's really good. Hans Zimmer did the score, right?
Yeah, Hans Zimmer's score was great, and also
Yeah.
just the other licensed
Yeah,
music that they used was really good.
Yeah.
Kind of killed it overall there.
Yeah, honestly, this is like there's a lot like honestly they did a good job. Marketing's been great. Acting's great. I was invested in the story. Do you think this is better than Top Gun Maverick?
No.
No.
No, I think a better comparison and better question to ask is this better than Gran Turismo?
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
Mhm.
I think it's close, honestly.
I just think what brings this like up for me is the camera work is much better in this, in my opinion. There's a lot more like I don't know. I felt like more invested in well, it's a different story, obviously. Like Gran Turismo was like the guy becoming a racer. This is like the team's already established and they're trying to win a race. But I guess I prefer them like established already. But I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, I think it's close, but I feel like the stakes were a bit higher in Gran
Here.
Turismo.
really, I felt like in this.
Yeah,
it was-
like he actually kills someone by accident.
I mean,
that
like
movie.
the kid almost dies. Low key, like I don't. That was like I thought he like that crash. There's no shot he would have survived that in real life.
Yeah, that was insane.
Like,
I mean, he was pretty relatively like unharmed. He burnt his
He
hands.
burnt his hands. The entire car was in flames. His suit, the cloth tracksuit, did not catch on fire inside.
I mean, I'm sure that those suits are like built
Fireproof
to
or
be
whatever,
fireproof. But if his hands got burnt, why not the rest of his body?
yeah, that doesn't make any
it's-
sense.
And he was in there for a decent bit,
Yeah.
honestly.
No whiplash. No, I don't know. Whatever. But that's me
Yeah.
being nitpicking the medical stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I really
What do you
enjoyed
think
it.
about like the romance?
Fine. I don't know. It's
Fine,
just,
better than
little-
Top Gun, I'll say.
What'd you say?
Better than Top Gun.
Yeah, but they don't even like. It's like the same shit. Like they have like fucking 10 minutes of dialogue together, and then it felt unnecessary. Like didn't really like. I wasn't like, oh, I don't like this, but they could have cut that from the story, and it wouldn't have affected the movie at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it was just sort of to show Sonny's kind of charisma, the fact that he could win this girl
aura.
over,
Yeah,
the Riz.
the Riz.
He's
Low-key,
just
he
kind
was
of like
playing,
he's
like,
just
his-
he's just like a badass all around.
He was just
Like-
he kind of playing his character in real life. He just like was an alcoholic, like fucking got divorced.
I'm pretty sure he like abused his children in
Yeah,
real
his
life or
wife.
something,
Yeah.
and his wife. So if he
Yeah.
did that, down with him. Obviously, we don't.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, you
Cool
know,
Epic Awesome Podcast does not
we are
condone
not
domestic
big
violence.
Brad Pitt stands on the big Cool Epic Awesome podcast, but obviously, we were watch everything, so we're gonna see this. But I don't know. I did like it. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty simple. There's not really much. Like there's no deeper level to this. It's just like pure entertainment.
Yeah, I think the fact that it was shot on IMAX cameras and getting to see it in IMAX was definitely a plus. Like, if
Yeah.
you're gonna go see this, go watch it in IMAX.
I
Definitely.
agree.
I found it really interesting how they said they built specific cars
For it
that were
yeah.
able to hold the camera equipment, where they'd find a spot where they could put a battery pack for the camera like in the car, and not mess up the weight too much and things like that. And you could look up pictures of these cars with the cameras on. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how much actual racing Brad Pitt did, but he must have done like a little bit.
I'm sure both of them did some.
And I know a couple of the people who are actually in it, like who are actually racers for Formula One were in the movie.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
There was what the fuck's the guy? He's like the most famous one.
I don't know. Well, I'm
and
sure
he produced the movie too. So
sure
I recognized his name. Oh, Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I'm pretty sure he's like the most famous Formula One driver.
Is there like a certain country that's the best, or it's just like?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, I know that what I liked about it is that all the races are like all over the world. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I like that too. How they constantly sort of change
the environment.
Yeah, one underrated scene too we didn't talk about our favorite scenes yet, right?
I don't think so, no.
But one that I just like how it started, where they have that race and there's like the fireworks going off and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like really, really cool. Like just sort of saying like, look at this big spectacle. It's all in your face, but it just works for the movie.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite scene, but that's
like the grand scale of the race and everything like that.
Yeah, it's like a perfect. This is a cinematic experience. What's happening right now?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I have a favorite scene. I kind of like the scene at the end where Sonny ends up winning the race, because earlier in the movie he mentions how sometimes when he's racing he gets in this zone where like he just blocks out everything, can't hear it. There's like complete silence in his head and he's just flying. And then there's a scene where at the end when he ends up winning the race, where they're saying at the command center, they're like, oh, what's he doing? And then Kerry Condon's character is like, oh, he's flying. And it goes back and it's complete silence.
Yeah.
He's like hitting all the turns and everything. He ends up winning the race.
Yeah.
Pretty cool scene. I just wish that the rookie would have won the race, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been better if he sort of sacrificed himself for the rookie.
What, his life?
Maybe.
But yeah, I did like that scene. I feel like, I don't know, my favorite, because there's a lot of good scenes that I really like. But I don't know, that first race with them, like that, where they're getting ready to like actually get in the car and start going with the fireworks and everything. Like you said, I don't know, that really did stand out to me.
It's a cool scene.
Yeah. You get like hyped. I remember getting like amped up. I was like, all right. And then he fucking like crashes in the...
Yeah, it was funny though, because like, obviously it was a bit ironic, but as we're watching, like I mentioned, I watched it with Cass, and like whenever something good would happen, we would like look at each other and be like, yeah, like let's go, like we don't give a fuck actually, but it's just like getting in the spirit of the movie.
You get invested.
It's sort of like it like amps you up to. It is similar to Top Gun in that way, but it was funny, and I like a movie that's just like an underdog story, like a feel good. You start from the bottom and then you build your way up. Each race they're getting higher and higher, and to eventually win. It's one of those movies. It's just, I don't know. It's like solid, but it's not pure cinema or anything. I think Top Gun gets that a little bit better. Top Gun Maverick. But
I feel like it does a little bit more just because it's an established franchise, and the original one is considered like a cult classic even before like Top Gun Maverick came out.
Yeah. What did you think of the ending? I was a little confused by it. Like how he goes to do his next race.
He's just going to... well, that's what he was doing when he first started. He just does, like, races and then just travels around and does races. Like, that race that he does at the end, that's what he was planning to do before the manager showed up at, like, that laundromat, remember?
Yeah.
He was, like,
Javier Bardem. I forgot to mention him. He was great, too.
He was great as well, yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, me too.
But...
he plays, like, the team manager.
Yeah, he played that character really well.
Yeah. He's great. And then, is there anyone else who missed it from the cast that was like super notable?
No, but there's the other character. There's like this subplot about selling the team, and there's like that guy who's the buyer.
Oh,
no, he's one of the investors that wants to sell it.
The people on the board that like ends up trying to scam him.
Yeah,
he's fine. But I don't know if you want to get the ratings.
What about favorite character?
Oh,
is it Sonny?
Yeah, just because honestly, Damon Idris' character is kind of a prick. Yeah, but like it's on purpose. Like it's a good means he's as an actor he's doing a great job because like that's kind of the point of the character. But yeah, it was like I was like that scene where he fucks up Sonny from like they were both gonna place top 10, and like he kind of fucked
Yeah.
them over. I was like, this kid's a fucking dickhead. It
Yeah.
made no sense as to why he did that. Like he just got back from fucking injury, and then he kind of like just fucks over his teammate. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I think it's because he felt bitter towards him. Because
no, I understand.
He was making, like, Sonny was, not that he was forcing him to, but they were driving in dangerous conditions, and like he didn't stop to fix his tires, and then he ended up crashing. It's only after he like reruns that turn in simulation like 20 times and realizes like it never would have been possible to pass that guy on the turn without crashing. Then he realizes like, okay, this was actually my fuck up.
Yeah.
That's also when he goes to his mom and tells his mom.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess. Yeah, I like Sonny as well.
Yeah.
And Javier Bardem's character too.
Yeah,
both
he's
of them.
great.
And also Carrie Condon's character.
Yeah.
She's an engineer too, like me.
The lead engineer on the team.
But yeah, got to see that engineering representation.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but what you get to ratings? I go first.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So F1, I gave a 4 stars, 8 out of 10. I think it's great for what it is. It's definitely very by the books, but there's a lot of action and there's a lot of spectacle. I love sort of all that behind the scenes stuff with how they filmed in these cars. They built these race cars with cameras built into them. I thought that was really cool. Cool characters to follow. You kind of get invested into the story and what's going to happen, the outcome of these races. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty predictable, but I think for what it is, you could take your dad to go see it, and
he'll enjoy it.
He'll have a great time. So it works.
I agree with Matt. I also gave it a 4 out of 5, so an 8 out of 10. Very much like a traditional summer blockbuster in all the ways that you think it would be. Like Matt said, great dad film, but it's just very by the books. You know the ending when you walk in the movie, but like, still really enjoyable. Definitely see it in IMAX as well.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we can move on to movie news.
Yeah, I gotta fix
One thing I wanted to mention that what's wrong with it?
Okay.
What's wrong with your hair, bro?
I don't know. It's like I feel like I have like the fucking devil horns sticking out of the side with the curls. But
I think it looks fine.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we get to movie news, I want to mention one of our TikToks recently has been getting shit on so hard.
Really? Why?
The Kingdom of Heaven.
Why? Did we get something?
Bro, it has like 30 hate comments on it.
For what?
For our ratings, because we both gave it a 2.5 star.
Oh, well, they can go fuck themselves.
I know, it's just meant like, why out of all the movies we post about, that movie in particular has so many shooters for it.
Just maybe
like it's Kingdom of Heaven. Like what? It's such a random movie. That
is really weird. Yeah, it's such a fucking specific like. Why? What's the hate? What do people? What do we not see that like?
Someone said, "Yeah, this is the cool, epic, terrible podcast."
He got us on that one.
No, that was a good one. I kind of want to read through the comments. Some of them are kind of funny.
I want to see them now. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, because I know you don't have TikTok, Joe, so you don't see this. But, okay, let's see. So it has 29 comments.
Okay.
And 2,000 views. Some guy said, this guy sounds gay as hell. That was a good one.
You got me on that one.
Cool, epic, terrible opinion podcast.
Oh, so it's just like no one's actually saying why. It's just like...
No, wait, hold on. I'm getting to it. Because I have to scroll through this a little bit. Let's see. L take. Weak take. This guy's takes are so wrong. His take is dog shit. Never rate again. Like, bro, why is there so many people trying to fight for Kingdom of Heaven?
Like, no, right now, because we said that the Catholics are kind of the bad guys in it.
No, I don't even know. I think.
Did we piss off like the Catholic crowd? Maybe.
A lot of people are also saying that.
What?
The director's cut is much better.
I saw the director's cut. I really didn't think it was anything. I don't know. The one I watched was like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, it's just funny though. Like I never care about hate comments. Like, it's just like out of all the movies.
That's such a weird...
Really? That's the one that you're gonna fight for. But
what do the people look like that are they like American flag pictures and shit like that, or
let me see. Maybe we could expose someone right now. Let's see. Hold on. This is one of the guys who violated us.
Okay, yeah, that's...
He looks like Anthony Carrigan a little bit.
Low key, yeah. That's Metamorpho.
Yeah, it looks like Metamorpho. This is another guy.
All right, he's got other things to worry about than the Cool Epic Awesome podcast.
I don't want to be mean, bro.
I mean, nah, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, you want to comment on our shit? You're gonna get fucking put on blast, man. Like, I don't.
You're gonna get exposed,
yeah,
man.
dude. Like,
Let me
the
see if there's
fucking
anyone
bling
else.
bling ass haircut.
Alright. This guy violated us.
All right.
I can respect him.
Right,
He looks chill.
At least he's. I don't even know. Well, he looks normal, at least, I guess. What did he say?
He said his take is dog shit.
All right, whatever. But like, if someone was like, "Oh, what about the take? This dog shit." I don't. But isn't it not like
just the fact that we gave it a 2.5? That's why.
But isn't it not well received anyway? Like, I thought it was not. Like, what is it on Letterboxd?
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Like, where are these people coming from? Where are the Kingdom of Heaven lovers coming from? But,
very strange, but I wasn't aware of that. But now that kind of makes me want to shit on the movie more now.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of violated it enough, I guess. But
you know,
yeah, we can move on. Let's get to our movie news. I just wanted to mention that. That was pretty funny to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, right, guys, follow us on TikTok, please.
Yeah. Even though I don't
respond back to the haters. Tell them to buzz off. But
all right.
This first piece of news I'll read because I think I'm.
Yeah. We have a shit ton of news. Holy fuck.
Yeah, we have so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try to be pretty brief on each one. So we have the director for our next James Bond film, and it is none other than my favorite director, Denis Villeneuve, who has made classics such as Dune, Dune Part 2, Arrival, Sicario, Blade Runner 2049. Literally has not missed ever.
Yeah.
And he's doing a James Bond movie. So I'm super, super excited for this. I've seen mixed opinions online. Some people are saying, like, oh, he's not the best choice for this movie. Like, yeah, he's a good director, but he wouldn't make a good James Bond movie.
Oh, I heard,
why?
Actually,
why would you doubt him?
I saw people who said, but I feel like this is a lot of the crowd that, like, they want the more campy Bond. I've never seen a James Bond movie, so I have no, like, context or, like, you know.
That's a cinema sin right there.
I know, yeah. It's impossible to find. First, I got into movies, like, honestly, like, fucking 3 years ago? Like, you had a head start on me.
Yeah.
So I still have a lot of catching up to do. But apparently, like, I'm sure you know this, like, they're a little bit campy, the older ones, so people, I guess, wanted, like, more of that style of Bond, and I don't think it's that he is, like, untalented. It's just he's never done really, like, a campy kind of, that's not his style. That's but he's also not writing the movie either.
Yeah, he's not. I think. Well, I mean, he said he's been a fan of
Bond.
A fan of Bond since he was little. It says here in this little clip from Variety. It says he grew up watching James Bond ever since Dr. No, which is the first one, and he's a diehard Bond fan. To me, it's sacred territory. So he's obviously a fan of this franchise since that original movie. So I feel like he'll do it justice.
Probably, yeah.
And he's done, like, this is something I tweeted out too, is something that I really, really like about Denis Villeneuve is he is this art house director, and he's one of the best directors working today, if not the best. But he doesn't shy away from franchise stuff. Yeah. And that's how you get some of the best blockbusters that we've seen in recent years. Mm-hmm. You know, we get Dune Part 2, Blade Runner 2049. These are big franchise movies. I mean, Arrival is not a franchise, but yeah, I would consider that art house. But either way,
I'm sorry. I said Arrival, but I meant like Messiah because it's coming out. And
yeah, Doom Messiah. Yeah. Sorry. And yeah, now he's doing Bond. So I like how he doesn't act like he's above these franchises.
Yeah.
And he has this passion to make these movies that are of franchises that he cares about.
Yeah.
So I don't really see how anyone could have an issue with this. And he's also never made a bad movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's really it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited. I mean, I'm gonna try to eventually just watch all the Bonds, but this gets me way more excited that he's attached to it. It's also said they had three of the people on the short list were Tom Holland, Harris Dickinson and Jacob Elordi. A lot of people think that Tom Holland's going to get it because Amy Pascal's like one of the main executive producers on this.
Bro,
I would not be
no.
a fan of that.
Please no.
I mean, if like
Tom
low-key,
Holland is not Bond, bro.
he fits the
not.
'50s Bond vibe.
He's got to be. He's not tall enough. He's honestly not. That's one of the big things.
Fair.
I mean, actually,
How tall is he?
was
Let's look it
Daniel
up.
Craig tall?
No, I feel like he's short in real life. Let's see.
Oh, Daniel Craig is 5'10". I did not know
let's
that.
see. What's Tom Holland's height? My computer's having a stroke.
5'7". Okay, but still.
I mean, they could
I
put
don't
some...
like. He's supposed to be this like handsome, suave, sort of
Yeah.
big secret agent guy. He can't be like a little 5'7" jit. Like
What would you think about or Jon Stewart?
Aaron Pierre.
Pierce. Yeah, Pierre.
I think he could do it. He's handsome
Yeah.
enough. I really though
He's like taller.
I don't know. I don't think I would really have a problem with it, but I don't think that they're gonna race bend.
I
just don't.
think they're gonna cast I don't think they're gonna have a race in mind. They're just gonna cast whoever they feel is the best. Like I don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna go in like, oh, we need a white actor or oh, we need a black actor. I think they're just gonna
Yeah.
take open auditions, and you may end up with someone that's not white. Just like
Yeah, like I think Aaron Pierre would be a great Bond. I think Dev Patel could be a great
yeah,
Bond.
That's another name people have been saying a lot.
But I just don't see them race bending. I don't know.
Jeremy Renner. Bond.
Jeremy Renner,
I don't know why that's what I thought of because he was in Arrival.
The Rock Bond. What about female
Patterson?
Bond? Pattinson?
Yeah, Pattinson. I'm sorry.
He's just too old, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said what 25 to 30, because I think they said the Bond. They want the Bond to be 25 years old. Like,
Oh, so they're gonna probably make like.
so that he's got to be like, he's got to at least look 25.
Yeah.
You know. I think of those three names though. I feel like. I don't know. I feel like
I-
Elordi.
No, I feel like I like Dickerson.
They're close for me. Definitely not Tom Holland.
I feel like you're right with the size. Like he definitely needs to be tall.
Yeah. Like if you think about Sean Connery, that is sort of the build I would imagine.
What about who's the dude who plays Adam Warlock?
Will Poulter.
Yeah,
I don't think he's handsome enough.
fair.
Traditionally.
Traditionally handsome. Fair.
Yeah. Not comparing him to myself, obviously. I'm not saying that I'm handsome and I could judge other men's handsomeness.
Yeah.
But I just feel like he doesn't have that traditional sort of chiseled look that someone like Elordi has, you know.
So like,
Um,
is this the next thing he's doing after Dune?
I don't know, because he has like 5 projects lined up
I
right
feel
now.
like probably not, just because they don't even have a writer attached yet.
Yeah. Because Dune, I think, is filming currently, no?
No,
Or-
I heard January it's gonna start filming.
Okay.
Oh no,
Because he,
I think it ends in January, and then Batman starts right after.
okay, so, because he has Dune Part 3, or Dune Messiah, Rendezvous at Rama, Cleopatra, Nuclear, whatever,
Nuclear, whatever, and now this.
and now this. That's 5
movies.
lined up. Where does this fit in? I feel like,
Probably
because he had 4 before this was even
unless he has
announced.
another project like ready to go after Dune, this is probably next. This is gonna be the highest priority
Wait,
of everything else he's making.
Hold on a sec, Joe. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
No, my whole screen just like froze for
Oh.
a second. But what'd you say? The last part I didn't catch.
I feel like this is probably if he doesn't have a project that's like ready to go right after this Bond's probably next.
Could be. I mean, Cleopatra's been in the works for like years, I
Yeah,
feel
but
like.
now she's also like she's gonna be filming. Well, no, Odyssey will probably be done by then. But she's gonna be in the new Spider-Man movie as well. I don't know what
Yeah.
she's doing next. I'm sure she's in other stuff as well. I don't know.
We'll see.
But
Yeah,
we'll
let's
see.
move on, though, because we have like so much
Yeah.
news. We'll try to keep it brief for each one.
I'll do the next one.
Yeah.
So we officially got confirmation. James Gunn revealed there's a new Wonder Woman movie in the works, and it's being written right now. I feel like this was probably they've had this in the works since the beginning, but like because of the Wonder Woman movie was like fresh, they probably didn't want to reveal it right away and like kind of let people like forget about the old Wonder Woman. I'm interested to see who's writing it, though. I don't know. Like, there's nothing that's been revealed about it. Just that it's being written right now.
I'm interested to see who they cast. That's kind of why I included this. I wanted to see who you think.
Who they think? I know the really popular pick is the girl from Andor and Hitman, which I'm sure she'd be great.
She's with Jason Momoa.
She's Jason Momoa's girlfriend. So there's like the DCU, and she said she would love to play it. I
think she would be a good pick. I don't think it would be like a traditional choice, but I would like to see Melissa Barrera.
Melissa Barrera. I also like the woman from Moon Knight, who's also going to be in the Mummy movie coming up. I like.
Yeah, her name's like May Calamaway or something.
She's another one
like
I like as well. I think like Wonder Woman should have like Mediterranean features, like the kind of like tan skin, like curly hair, like kind of that, like, you know what I mean, like that kind of from.
It's interesting though, because like Gal Gadot is Israeli, and she was like the last one.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of weird. Yeah, that's not something that I even knew until like recently, because that she was Israeli. She served in like the IDF or something. Yeah. Just like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like that wouldn't happen nowadays. Her being like cast.
Not necessarily. Well, like
I don't know.
You have to serve in the military in Israel. It's like a.
Yeah, no, I don't blame her, and obviously, like, she's from there. Obviously, like, she just happened to be born there. What is she supposed to do? Yeah. So it's like,
I mean, it's not an excuse for her being a shit actress, but
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm sure this will be great. I don't know who will be the villain. They definitely should lean more into the Greek god side of Wonder Woman, which I feel like they didn't really do much.
I mean, Ares was the villain.
But they never really touched on the Greek gods after that. Like you never learned about Zeus. They didn't. Did they ever really even explain her? Because it's like usually it's either Zeus molts her from clay, or like Zeus is like has a child with a mortal, and then that's what Wonder Woman is or something.
Really, I didn't know that. There's
always different origins to her. I like the clay one. I like the idea that like Zeus sculpted her and like made her.
But, yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, we have no idea when this will come out. I have a weird feeling that it's going to be the writer from Supergirl, but we'll see.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know if you want to talk about the next thing.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just go back and forth to make it easier. Yeah. But so next little bit of news, some more potential casting is that apparently Patrick Schwarzenegger is very much on the radar for the role of Patrick Bateman in Luca Guadagnino's American Psycho. And that is from a Hollywood Reporter article. And honestly, after watching White Lotus Season 3, he would be such a great Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would be the far and away best choice, above, like, Austin Butler, above Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
I could just, like, imagine him in the suit and, like, with the mannerisms that Christian Bale had. It would just be perfect. I don't know if... You didn't watch White Lotus, right?
I mean, I've only really seen him in Gen V. And he was good in Gen V, but that's really it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he has that, like, traditional handsome look. I could see it. But yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. He could honestly be a Bond candidate. Like, sleeper.
Yeah, he could. I like him as Cyclops. Is very traditional pick for Cyclops, but he has that kind of,
Yeah, he's got that vibe.
Yeah.
The pretty boy sort of, Yeah. So,
anyway.
All right.
This is actually some pretty interesting news. Robert Eggers is set to write and direct a new Christmas Carol movie for Warner Brothers, which this is like this is like a perfect thing for him to do, because he likes that old kind of because the movie takes place in what, like the 1800s kind of times,
probably something around then.
Like he loves that like older kind of, I don't know, like stylized.
Yeah, just imagine like the town. And,
like that's what I'm thinking.
Through the town and the snow and how it would look. That's just like his perfect for his style.
And also, I'm interested to see how he's going to depict the ghosts of, like, I'm sure there's going to be some type of like,
because he's a typical horror
guy,
which obviously he just did Nosferatu, and he has like the witch.
Yeah.
And just like this story is scary in some ways. Obviously, there's the actual ghosts, but there's imagery from the Jim Carrey one, like the animated one, that I remember being pretty scary.
Scared of, as a kid.
And you didn't even mention, but it says Willem Dafoe's the top choice,
which
for Ebenezer Scrooge.
He's like literally like perfect. Like I can't think of anybody else that they would like have in that role.
Yeah, like Eggers ex Willem for a Christmas Carol sounds like so perfect.
Yeah.
It just. Like, you can't get much better than
Yeah.
that, honestly.
So
It's like a perfect movie.
I'm interested because his next two projects are this and the Labyrinth sequel.
And
remake.
Werewolf.
And Werewolf. Werewolf is the next one, obviously. But we know Werewolf will be obviously horror in tone. But these next two movies, I feel like, won't be like straight up horror. There's more to like you've seen Labyrinth, right?
Yeah, but if you think about, like, The Northman, that's not horror either.
Yeah, it's like an action movie, I guess. That's fair. It's just through like that lens, like the Eggers lens.
Yeah. So he's capable of doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I forgot about that actually. That is really exciting.
I'm excited for that.
Sorry,
So yeah, the next piece of news, just very small. I just wanted to mention this. So Spaceballs 2 is happening. It's going to release in 2027, and Mel Brooks will return as Yogurt in the film. Mel Brooks has to be like 100 years old by now.
Mel Brooks?
Yeah.
Let's see how old he is.
I love Mel Brooks. I love those original sort of, Spaceballs and History of the World Part 1.
Yeah.
And, all those type of old Mel Brooks comedies. He's also in the Muppet movie. He has a cameo in there.
Huh.
And yeah, I'm just interested to see like how a Mel Brooks movie would look nowadays.
I know that I've never seen Spaceballs. I've seen know what's about, but I know Louis Pullman's dad is in it, and he got cast in it as well.
So he's returning. His dad's returning, right? And then he's going to be in it.
He's in it as well. Yeah.
Yes, that's kind of cool. I just wanted to mention that. I just thought it was interesting.
Do you think they're gonna go into the sequel shit now? Like they'll make fun of the sequels?
Probably.
I feel like they have to.
That makes the most sense.
And that's like an easy fucking target. Like it's
Yeah, because obviously they have like knockoffs of Darth Vader, Yoda, like all the original characters. Yeah. So I wonder if they'll maybe do like a Kylo Ren or like probably like a Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. They'll probably do the Mandalorian shit. Yeah. Well,
yeah, like a Baby Yoda knockoff. Definitely.
Like a baby what is it? Gogurt?
Yogurt.
Baby yogurt.
Baby Yogurt will definitely be. Predict that right now. Baby Yogurt will definitely be in the movie.
In 2020. What is it? 2027.
Grogurt.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like I had to talk about this. So we got revealed last week. There was a big animation festival. I forgot where, but it was revealed that Enrico Casarosa, I think, who was the director of Luca, revealed his next film, which is going to be a movie called Gatto, which is about a black cat in Venice with a love for music who's shunned by locals due to superstitions. And it's also going to be in a new hand-painted style, and I think they said it's going to be 2D as well, right?
I hope it's 2D. From that picture, it looks like it
2D,
could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like fucking right up. Like I love Venice. Venice is one of my favorite cities in the world. And like those of you know, like I obviously love cats. Like this is like right up my fucking alley. I cannot wait for this.
Yeah, this is obviously I'm really excited for this. It looks really interesting, and I hope that it's 2D.
Yeah.
Like the hand painted stuff really intrigues me because it's not like a typical look of a Pixar movie.
Yeah,
just based on the picture.
This strays away, honestly, from what most traditional Pixar movies look like.
Yeah, I do have to say though, sometimes in life, like you ever just be like thinking about something and then it'll just kind of like appear.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I can't even explain it, but literally the week before this was announced, when I was in Greece with Cass, all we did was see cats in Paros. We were in Paros and Naxos, cats everywhere roaming the streets. And I was like, you know what? This would make for a good Pixar movie. If they followed a cat around one of these Greek islands. And we've started making a screenplay in our head of like what would happen, what the characters would be called, like all this stuff. And like a week later, this gets announced. It's like, what the did they copy me? Like, what's going on here, bro? Yeah. It's just so weird. Like, it's just such a weird coincidence. I do think one in Greece would have been better though, because they have the Italian representation in Pixar, which is Luca. Like, they should do something on the Greek islands. It's like a perfect setting for a Pixar movie. Just like the white and blue buildings and everything. It would, I feel like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity here.
Fair. I do like the idea of it being in Venice, because Venice is very stylized as well, like the Greek. I mean, obviously different style, but I do like the idea of it being in Venice. I mean, obviously, I know you haven't been. I haven't been to Greece, so like, but I'm, you see pictures and whatnot of like how beautiful it is. So I mean, you never know. Maybe they'll do something in Greece. I mean,
maybe I'll have to go pitch it to the head of Pixar.
Yeah. They need some
it was
help
just, bro.
these
I had
days.
to mention that. It's just so weird.
Yeah,
it's like such a weird coincidence.
Yeah.
Literally the week after, but
Well,
whatever. All right, next we can move on from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely look up that image. Maybe I'll just toss it on screen really quick just to
like
show everyone.
the Gatto image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. So this is what it's gonna look like. This looks really cool. It's like hand painted style.
Yeah.
This cat. That doesn't look like Pixar though,
No. It looks almost like. Is this concept art or this is like a still?
I think this is concept art.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it looks
all
good.
right. So next little bit of news we can mention quickly. This is one that we don't really have to get into too much, but Darren Aronofsky is in talks to direct Breakthrough, which will star Dwayne Johnson for A24. And it's a film that follows a young man who comes under the influence of a motivational guru who uses morally questionable methods of manipulation. I'm assuming that guru will be
The Rock.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
But he keeps getting work. He's going to be in Scorsese's next movie. That means that his
Smashing Machine's good.
Yeah, the Smashing Machine, he must do a great job. I mean, I thought he looked good in that trailer, so
It's going to premiere
see.
at Venice Film Festival, I said.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm honestly really excited for it because I need The Rock.
The Venice Film Festival is kind of crazy.
If The Rock can change my mind, then he could change anyone's
Imagine he
mind.
what's that award that the Golden Lion, right, or something that they win for Best Actor? Imagine he wins it at the Venice Film Festival.
Bro, it's possible. I feel like he might. He has a shot at being nominated for an Oscar this year.
It's a
I don't
weak
really
year,
know.
man.
It's pretty weak, yeah. In terms of, well, I mean, we're only halfway through the year, but we'll see.
This isn't on here, but I wanted to mention this. We got our first poster. The trailer is going to release on Monday to this movie coming out in 2026 called Project Hail Mary. I don't know if you want to pull up the
poster
image quick.
Yeah, I'll find it.
It's from the it's a book. I'm actually in the process of reading the book right now. But it's honestly a really, really unique and interesting sci-fi story. And there's a lot of engineering in it too, which, Matt, I feel like you'll actually appreciate. Ryan Gosling's going to be in it. It's from the people who did Spider-Verse. I honestly think this has a really good shot. This is an Odyssey to be Best Picture next year. It's very good. And the people behind it seem like... I mean, the poster is very reminiscent of the book cover, so, pretty excited.
There it is.
Project Hail Mary, yeah. There's a rumor that they might move up the release date to December this year because it's such a weak year for the Oscars that they want to try to get in this season's award buzz, but that's just a rumor.
That could be cool. So wait,
Yeah.
what is like the basic story of it?
So basically, the character's name is Royland Grace, and he wakes up on a ship in the middle of space, and he basically figures out that he was sent from Earth and that there's something going on with the sun. Something's like eating the sun and causing the temperature to decrease. And he has to try and find out like how to kill the thing that's killing the sun. So he goes to space to try to find out like what. But he wakes up from a coma in space and he has to figure out like what's going on. So he has to like backtrack. And then there's obviously more stuff happens, but it's very good.
Yeah.
There's
That sounds
something.
interesting, yeah,
There's a
the
very
whole-
big reveal in the book that I hope they don't reveal until the movie, but we'll see. Like how it. Well, the trailer's
When
gonna come out
the
tomorrow.
trailers come out?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. I
Alright,
really,
yeah.
really hope they don't reveal it. Do you know anything about this or no?
No,
Okay,
I don't know
so,
anything
yeah,
about
try
it.
to. Yeah,
But
but it's the same guy as The Martian. Same
Same
author.
director?
I think it's
or author.
Andy Weir. Yeah, Andy Weir is his name. But yeah,
Interesting.
um,
I'm excited for that. I mean,
yeah, I'm very
probably not
excited
as
for it.
excited as you because you've been reading the book. But,
Yeah.
All right, you want to mention this other thing
Yeah.
really quick?
So we finally got our Clayface casting, and I think it's a no-name. I've never heard of this guy.
I've never heard of him.
Tom Rise Harris. James Gunn said that it blew him and Matt Reeves away, apparently. Fine. I don't really... Sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to... Because we've been talking about
Yeah.
rumored casting, so this is who we have.
Interesting that it's none of the people that were on the short list.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, so I guess he had a good.
He must have had a really great
I mean, I like James. James Gunn usually does pretty well with casting, so I would trust him on this.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got our first teaser trailer for Deliver Me from Nowhere, which stars Jeremy Allen White as Bruce Springsteen. Sorry, I sent the wrong link in here, but the trailer dropped.
They gotta hunt
not
down
just
the
this
guy
teaser.
who made fucking that Queen biopic.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And kill him.
Too many goddamn fucking biopics, man. Not everybody's.
The Beatles are next.
The Beatles, all right. That like okay. That like the Beatles, Michael Jackson, like okay. That they could get their flowers. That I understand. But like I don't know, man. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Bruce Springsteen.
I know, like obviously, like
I know some of his
songs. He's like very Midwestern. I feel like, right?
I don't even know, man. To be honest, I don't want to misspeak on him.
Yeah.
But Jeremy Allen White seems to be, if that's actually him singing in the trailer, then he seems to be doing a great job there. I know some people in the comments on Twitter were saying like, bring him his Oscar already. He's probably going to get nominated again. Like we said, it's a pretty weak year this year for performances.
Does he have like a theater background or anything like that?
Theater,
like for singing?
I don't think so, but who knows, really? So it's funny because he has like brown contacts in for the movie. He usually has these piercing blue eyes, but it looks kind of, it's like unsettling a little bit to see him like that. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. It looks like any other biopic. It'll be fine. Yeah. All right.
Let's see what's
next up.
Oh,
jeez! Someone just set off a firework.
Yeah, 4th of July a little early. This was actually really cool. John Bernthal was confirmed to be returning as the Punisher in Brand New Day, the new Spider-Man movie, which I think is actually fucking awesome. For those of you who don't know, Punisher actually debuted in the Spider-Man comics. He was originally like a Spider-Man villain, so I think that's awesome that he's going to be like making his MCU like film debut because he hasn't appeared in the films yet in Spider-Man. Also, there's rumors that I'm pretty sure it's confirmed Hulk's going to be in it as well. Listen, man, I know we can't get Wolverine, but that's pretty on like the 2000s, like Spider-Man, Hulk, and Punisher. Like, if I was 7 years old, it sounds fucking sick. I mean, I'm obviously excited now that, you know, but I don't know how the story's gonna work. I have no fucking idea. But sure, I mean, it's cool that like we're gonna have all these. He's interacting with all these other comic book characters, but I just don't know a story that works with like the Hulk, Spider-Man, Punisher, and then a villain that's somehow gonna be connected to all of them.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens here because obviously, like John Bernthal, great actor, I love him.
Yeah,
he hates taking naps though for some reason.
He doesn't fuck with naps.
He hates naps, but I don't see how his Punisher could fit into this movie really with the Hulk, and like there's rumors going back and forth of like, oh, it's street level, oh, it's more like cosmic. It's gotta be
street level. If
but now that we have the Punisher, it makes more sense that it would probably be street level. But then where does the Hulk fit into all this? You know, Hulk isn't really a street level threat.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like he's in college and Bruce Banner's a professor.
It could be. I mean,
I like that idea.
No matter what, the more heroes that are in this and recognizable characters, I think the better for our entertainment value.
And also, thinking about John Bernthal in an action sequence with Daniel Dustin Craig.
Yeah.
Could be pretty cool.
Dustin Daniel Cretton or something.
Whatever. I'm sorry, I definitely butchered it, but it'll be cool that they're in this and they're in Odyssey together as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's something I didn't really think about. Yeah. And I know people said that they helped each other audition for their roles, which is cool.
Spider-Man seems like they're gonna go for. I'm hoping that it's gonna go for like the most comic accurate version of Spider-Man. That's what I feel like we're gonna come out of this movie, as with the most comic accurate version of Spider-Man we've got.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think they should.
Wow, I'm sorry. No.
I think they should find a way to recreate that comic panel of Punisher holding Spider-Man's body, not his dead body, but like super injured.
In
you know
Civil
what I'm talking
War.
about? Yeah,
in Civil War. I want them to remake. Have you seen the original cover? The cover is like him with the gun and like Spider-Man falling. I would love for them to remake that scene, or like make of him falling with him looking through the scope. That'd be sick.
But do you think he's gonna be like a villain, or is he gonna be an ally?
Spider-Man is definitely not gonna like him. I feel like he's not gonna fuck with him.
Because like Daredevil is even more questionable than Spider-Man, and he doesn't like him.
So he's either gonna be like scared of him or like I don't know. But also this is interesting now because we have this Punisher special presentation coming out next year too. So that
So maybe that'll tie in a
that'll
little bit.
tie in directly to Spider-Man. I feel like it has to.
Yeah, wherever he ends up at the end.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming he's gonna escape and just end up in New York, and then I don't
Yeah.
know. But now also, if Punisher's in it, does that mean Daredevil's in it too?
We'll see. It would be weird to have just Punisher and not Daredevil, especially since Daredevil was in the last Spider-Man movie.
Daredevil makes more. Daredevil's honestly crossed over with Spider-Man a lot.
Yeah. So hopefully he's in it.
Yeah,
but we'll see. And then another MCU thing. We got our final trailer for the Fantastic Four, First Steps. It kind of reveals a lot. There's a lot going on here. Excuse me. I think it's our first actual official look at Franklin Richards, the young
baby,
jit,
yeah.
the baby. We see more of the Fantastic Four using their powers. We see the Thing with a beard in one of the shots. More shots of the Silver Surfer. We also get like better looks at Galactus himself.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool. But
we haven't seen
nothing
his face
really
yet.
was. Yeah, nothing was like revealed really in this trailer. It was more just kind of like
more footage,
showing us more of what we're gonna see. But the more we see from it, the more I'm getting excited for it. I think it looks really good. And I'm really buying into this Julia Garner Silver Surfer now. Yeah. Which I was a little on the fence at first, but I really love how they're sort of portraying her. Yeah.
Yeah.
The CG looks amazing.
Yeah. The CGI looks great. I'm excited. I just like the world looks so cool. I'm just sad that like at the end like they're not coming back to this world. Like that's the only thing that sucks. Because I like them in that like retro futurist. Like I like the idea that they like exist in this retro future New York City, and like but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You can read this next one really quick.
Next thing we got is The Social Network Part 2 is in works with Aaron Sorkin set to write and direct. They don't know if Jesse Eisenberg will return or Andrew Garfield. Apparently it's going to cover like the COVID era and like the 2020 election.
Really?
Yeah, which is...
Where'd you see that? I didn't know that.
I saw something... I don't know. I saw it on Twitter. That I mean, because that was like a big part in Facebook with like the... I don't know, like people lying on social media and whatnot. So it's kind of interesting.
I feel like they'd have to have a good story to make a sequel.
That's a pretty good, like, all the misinformation about vaccines and shit on Facebook during that time. Like, it could make for an interesting story.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to follow Mark Zuckerberg, though.
Didn't he eventually sell the company?
No, I think he still owns
it. Oh.
It's called Meta now, though.
Oh, Meta.
It's not, it's not Facebook anymore. Well, no, the app is Facebook, but like the parent company is Meta.
Yeah.
They also own Instagram.
How much is he worth, that guy?
Bro, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Couple tens
biblical
of
greed ass net worth.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, just wanted to mention that. I think it's weird, but Fincher's The Social Network, the original, is like 5 out of 5. Yeah. One of my favorite movies of all time. So
now Fincher's focused on American Squid Games.
Yeah.
Wait, did you see that thing that like I don't watch Squid Games, but apparently like Cate Blanchett is like in the finale of Squid Games?
I saw something on Twitter about that.
And they think that she's gonna be like in like the whatever like a character in the American one.
That could.
Why can't we just?
Why not, bro? Why the fuck not?
I just don't understand. Like it's just like why the fuck does this like? It's supposed to be a critique on like Korean capitalism. And, like, I don't, like, why can't we just enjoy the story for what it is? Like, it's specific to, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them, like the same thing with Train to Busan, where they're making, like, Train to Philadelphia. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
and it's like, directed by Chris Rock.
Is it? No, wait. Is it really?
I think it is, dude.
There's no fucking way.
Wait. I could be insanely wrong.
Does he even direct?
Wait, hold on. I gotta look this up.
Yeah, this has gotta be. But I don't like the idea of them just making American versions of of foreign films. Just like watch the foreign film in the language it's intended to be seen in. You know?
Yeah, hold on. I want to look this up. Train to Philadelphia.
Yeah. Or Train to Pennsylvania or something. It was something along those lines.
Or no, Train to Busan.
American remake. Maybe they changed it. It was Train to Philadelphia at one point.
Is it called The Last Train to New York?
Oh, Last Train to Busan. Oh, I don't know.
The Last Train to New York.
That's what it's called.
I think so.
I think having us like if they did it in like the metro subway, maybe that's a little interesting because like that's like a different than like being on the bullet train. But like we don't have bullet trains in the U.S., so the story just doesn't make any sense.
Dude, I gotta see what he directed, bro.
Chris Rock?
Chris. Yeah.
The Spiral movie, maybe.
Or no, I gotta see what he's going to direct. Let me see.
Is it this?
I can't. I'm looking. I gotta look on Letterboxd. Letterboxd would have it.
Yeah, hold on, let's pull it up.
There is like a weird movie that he's making a remake of, and you're like, why the fuck are they doing this?
American remake.
Chris Rock. Let's see. Dude, there's something, bro.
Oh, apparently, so James Wan is producing the.
I'm sorry. He's making a remake of Another Round. That's what it was.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
And I
that's
remember
what
being
it was.
pissed about that too, because they're definitely not going to understand the assignment. But whatever. I feel like they're going to make it like a comedy movie.
I completely misspoke there, but yeah.
Oh, they're saying Train to Busan takes place in the same universe as the American remake. I just like don't. If it takes place on the metro in New York, there's a story there that like okay that can make sense. But like we don't have bullet trains in New York, so like what the fuck? Just like
yeah, I don't know. But
anyway,
let's move on though. We've been lingering on
digress.
that. So we also got the first trailer for Yorgos' next movie called Bugonia. Stars Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. It says the film follows two conspiracy-obsessed men who kidnap a major CEO, convinced that she's an alien intent on destroying Earth. We don't really see much from this trailer besides like what it just explained and that.
Like two factory workers kind of sick of their job going after the CEO. But
yeah, like they have the discussion about like the bees.
The bees, yeah.
And yeah, it's interesting. The trailer looks cool though. Like it's a lot of you look at this and you're like, yeah, this is Yorgos.
Yorgos, yeah.
So it's set in a more realistic world than something like Poor Things say.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still really excited for it. You have Yorgos and Emma Stone, and they're reuniting after her getting nominated for an Oscar, or winning
an Oscar, and then also choosing Kinds of Kindness too.
Yeah, so anything that she's in, and Jesse Plemons also Kind of Kindness.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure it'll be good. I think Kinds of Kindness wasn't great.
Okay. Yeah.
It was good, but it wasn't great. But yeah, Yorgos one of my favorite directors. So
what is he doing after this?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
But
yeah.
Looks cool.
Next thing we got. You want to just run through the last three like really quick?
Yeah.
All right, so we got Michael Bay's developing a new Transformers movie that he wants to direct. I mean, like, honestly, if they do that, I feel like they should just do like a legacy sequel and just bring everybody back.
Yeah, I agree. Bring Shia back.
Bring
Samuel Witwicky.
Bring what's his name?
Megan Fox.
The other guy, the Italian dude.
Oh,
I like his character a lot. He's like mad funny.
In the Batman? The guy's in the Batman?
He's in the Batman.
Why am I blanking on his name? He's a famous actor.
Yeah, he's in Do the Right Thing. John something.
Something. Let me find him. Turturro.
John Turturro.
That's what it is.
You see that like thing?
I was about to say Toretto, like the Fast and Furious.
Did you see the thing I sent you on Twitter of the edit of him?
No.
Well, not. I mean, like it's just like we're back chat. And it's like this clip of him. And it's like tell Megatron let's tango, and it's just like him. And now I was rewatching some clips of the Bay Transformers movies. There's like a lot of like they seem a lot funnier than I remember.
They are. They were like ridiculous, stupid, funny.
Yeah, like
but some of them are horrible towards the end.
Yeah.
But it could be cool. They should just do a legacy thing, yeah. But then, like, what does this mean for the G.I. Joe Transformers?
I don't think that's going to happen.
That apparently Chris Hemsworth was cast in it, too. Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. And then they also revealed that the guy who did Transformers 1 is directing a live-action Transformers movie, which is pretty cool. And there's 2 other movies in development that they haven't said anything about. So we're going to be getting an influx of Transformers stuff.
Let's go.
Yeah. My 5-year-old self is kicking and screaming. Finally, we got Matt Reeves has finished the script for the Batman 2 and is going to start filming after Dune 3 is finished. So all the rumors of like it not getting done or it's not happening finally put to rest. So we will be finally getting the Batman Part 2. Maybe it was just generally Gunn was just like, yeah, take as much time as you want.
Or it could be that it's reworked into the DCU.
It's possible. It is, but
let's see, because bro, why have we heard nothing about Brave and the Bold too? And in this article,
well, nah, they just talked about Brave and the Bold like a couple weeks ago.
They mentioned that I forget who it was. I think it was like Variety or one of them was.
So
like,
they don't think that they have a writer.
They were like, oh, don't ask Gunn about who's writing like Brave and the Bold because we have no idea about that either.
Well, he read did you read the Rolling Stones article?
No, what'd he say?
So he said that like they asked him what's like been the most difficult thing so far, and he said trying to crack Batman. And he said they want to. The reason why is because they don't just want to have Batman in the DCU, like just for the sake. Like they want to find a reason for him to exist in the DCU, and like they want to find a. He also said like it's hard to tell a good Batman story when most of them have been told already, which is a fair point. There's been a lot of Batman movies, so trying to find a story or cracking the story, I can understand to be difficult.
I get it, but there's also like so much that it hasn't been told.
That's true. So. Well, that's why I think they're definitely going to do more into the fantastical side because there's so much shit they haven't even like. I mean, like I've read some of the book that apparently it's based off of, but in that one, like Damian Wayne is Robin, but Batman is Dick Grayson in this for some reason. Like I think it's like Batman's presumed dead, and I don't know, but well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't like that Andy Muschietti's directing. Give it to Sam Raimi.
Who knows if he still is though? We'll see.
How would you feel about a Sam Raimi Batman?
With anything Raimi.
With like a man.
But that would be more similar to like Tim Burton's era. I feel like with the campiness and stuff.
Yeah. Which honestly would be a good contrast to the Patterson.
Yeah. It would.
Sam. I feel like he mentioned he said he would do a Batman movie.
Who, Raimi?
Raimi.
Yeah, I think he did too. I have a feeling it's after all this, like it's just gonna be set in the DCU. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I just can't see there being like two separate Batman movies in two separate universes that are just like releasing concurrently. I don't know. It just doesn't make.
I think it could work. Well, honestly, here's the thing: Batman Part 2 comes out, and there's only one more movie, and that's it. He said he's only doing a trilogy.
All right, so we'll see what they do.
Yeah. But.
This last one you want to go into?
Yeah, of course. So just for no reason whatsoever, Vin Diesel shared with us that Brian will return in the Fast and Furious movie. For those of you who don't know, the actor who played Brian tragically passed away a couple of years ago. So I'm assuming this is going to be some AI schlop thing that will. I don't know, man. I'm not really.
Bro, I don't know how they're going to do this, honestly.
They're gonna use he wasn't he in like the last one for like a second or like the second to last one.
No, but the one that
he died in the film. Yeah,
the one where he passed away before it came out. They had his brother come in and like shoot that last final scene of him like driving away.
They're probably gonna make his brother be a stand-in and do like AI fucking
It's just weird because like I don't know, bro. Is it gonna be like a situation?
Also, what's the point of him being in the story? Like it does. Like he's supposed to retire.
What's the point of any of these fucking movies? Story. Like, what is the point of the last movie? Like, what?
Apparently,
what even happens in Fast X? Honestly, like I don't even remember.
They said this one is going to be like more focused, like closer to the original ones, where it's like more about like street racing and shit.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But why would Brian come out of retirement for street racing? It would have to be like some global destruction that's imminent.
I kind of hope it's not. They go lower on scale in this, like, because that's when the movies are good. When they like my favorite one is Tokyo Drift.
Why would Brian be there?
I don't know. Gonna find out. It's the writer of the Flash.
And it's also funny because did you see the clip of Vin Diesel like revealing this or no?
No.
He's like on stage and he has a mic and he's like, for this next movie, I made 3 special requests that Warner Brothers had to do for me to return. He's like, 1, I want it to be set back here in Los Angeles. Everyone starts cheering, and then he's like,
that's actually cool that they filmed
and he's like, and I want it to be a return to street racing, and like everyone cheers. And he's like, and I told them I wouldn't do the movie unless we got to see Dom and Brian reunited, and he like drops them like, bro, this is coming from him. This is him. He wants to bring Brian back, but like, bro, just let him rest. Like, why?
AI. I don't know, man.
I guess we'll see, but is it going to be like a Luke Skywalker and the Mandalorian thing where it's just like...
Well, we're going to find out. I don't... How did the last one ends off? He has his son, right?
Yeah.
Then they had that crazy-ass explosion at the end. Yeah. I forgot how insane
Bro, still,
that movie
one
was.
of like the funniest scenes in any movie ever is like...
When he saves that girl, like tackling her, like mid.
That could be there, but I forget which movie it was, but the one where Jason Statham and him and Dom are like not The Rock. Vin Diesel, Jason Statham in two cars, and they just driving at each other full speed, like playing chicken to see if one stops, and just like smash into each other, both going like 150 miles an hour. And they just like both walk out of the car like unscathed.
I'm pretty sure
insane.
Like they fight on like a broken highway and like something happens and Vin Diesel's character is just like the street's always right and like the thing literally like collapses under him and falls through the street or something. It was something like that. Like, I remember it.
It's something like that, but it's even more like insane than you're describing. They're in like a parking garage that's like falling apart.
Okay, that's what it was.
And he says something like that. And then he just like stomps his foot, and like the whole entire thing collapses.
Yeah.
It's like it's so ridiculous. Yeah. But I mean, I guess if they could do that, why not bring back Brian? I guess. Yeah. But, I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I guess if his family says it's okay, then it's fine.
I don't know, man. You know me, I'm not a big fan of AI, but whatever. So yeah, that's our movie news. There was quite a lot. Sorry if we missed anything.
Yeah, sorry if we dragged on also.
Yeah. Also, we're all less than a month away from Comic-Con. We didn't even realize that.
Which Comic-Con? San Diego? That'll be big.
Yeah, so... but yeah, I don't know what's going to get revealed there. Probably some more Doomsday stuff. Spider-Man stuff. Oh, actually, no. Marvel's not going because they're fucking losers, but... Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be that big, honestly.
Yeah, I don't even think... Yeah, because DC said they're not bringing Supergirl. They're just bringing Peacemaker. So... Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. If you want to get to our...
Yeah, hold on.
What are we doing? The last movie or the... You want to do the...
Sorry. No. Let's do our trivia.
Trivia?
Real quick.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's a way to make Google Docs into, like, dark mode. Because it's, like, lighting up my face too much.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're kind of glowing a little bit.
Because, look, this is when I have it open, and then...
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Pull it up on your phone, then. That's what I do.
Okay. No, it's alright. I don't even need it open.
Alright.
Okay. So, we doing our movie trivia. We'll be going back and forth here. Guess the movie based on the cast. If you guys are Cool Epic Awesome fans, you know the rules.
Yep.
But, Joe, you want to start out?
Yeah. I'll go first. Alright, ready?
I'm ready.
First actress or actor is Joey King.
Joey King. She's in like something weird that she shouldn't be in.
Actually, yeah, you're right. But it's not that movie. Because I just went on her page and there's like a glaringly obvious movie here that
I'm gonna say The
belong.
Kissing Booth.
No.
Okay. Alright, so for you, your first actor is Richard E. Grant.
Wonka?
Nope.
He's in Wonka,
Not
though,
Wonka.
right?
No, you're thinking of what the fuck's his name? Grant. Hugh Grant.
Oh, can I see a
Not
picture of this
Richard
guy then?
Yeah, he plays old Loki. Classic Loki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, give me the next Joey King castmate.
Ron Livingston.
Ron Livingston.
I'll show you a picture of him.
The fuck does he look like? Oh, yeah, I know him. God, he always plays like a dad. What the fuck is Joey King in, man? Is it The Flash?
No. He is in The Flash, though. He plays
Yeah.
He plays his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next actor for you is Carrie Elwes
You gotta show me a picture.
from Saw.
And the dude from... Not To Catch a Unicorn, right? That movie that just came out?
Yeah, Death of a Unicorn.
No, right?
No.
No.
Good guess. What you got for me?
Alright. Next one is... Lily Taylor.
Lily Taylor. Oh man, dude, I don't know. I really don't know.
The next one's gonna give it away.
Oh, fuck, bro. I'm trying to really think hard here. I don't know, bro. Kissing Booth 2.
No.
Fuck, bro. I feel like an idiot. Alright. Okay. Next actor is Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves? I've seen this movie?
Yeah. We talked about it on the pod, actually.
It's not. I know it's not gonna be a John Wick movie. I'm trying to think of shit he's in. Not Sonic, right?
No,
No.
not Sonic.
All right, ready?
What you got? I'm ready.
Vera Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga.
Farmiga.
I know her, yeah. She's in like The Conjuring and stuff. Yeah, no, I know her. I don't know. I kind of want to say The Conjuring because she would be in that top 2. I'll just say it. The Conjuring.
Yep.
It is?
Yeah,
Okay.
The Conjuring.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
forgot-
Patrick
what was
Wilson was
the-
the next one.
Yeah. What was the Joey King thing that I was
She
thinking
plays
of?
like I don't even know. I think she plays one of the kids, maybe. Oh, the movie
No, but-
that she's
yeah,
in.
remember-
Oh, The
yeah.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, that was the one that.
Who does she play in The Dark Knight?
I think she's just like a random
Kid in it?
person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Alright.
Yeah, that one did give it away. Okay, so there's 2 actors left for you. Okay, next up is Winona Ryder.
Show me a picture of her.
Bro, you know Winona Ryder, bro.
Show me a picture of her. I can't remember.
This is horrifying that you don't. That doesn't
Oh.
even look like her, honestly. But she's in Stranger Things.
Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yeah. Bram Stoker. That
Yeah.
picture looks insane of her.
I forgot he's in that. He plays the lead.
Keanu, yeah.
Yeah, I low-key forgot about that. I was like trying to think of movies that I've seen him in. That was a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So this next one, you pull this one up. Okay, this one's gonna be tough. I'll be honest, but I'll go
Okay.
first. Actually, I know the first one off the top of my head. So,
All right.
first actress is Natalie Portman.
Annihilation?
Nope.
All right. First actress, Chloe Grace Moretz.
Kick-Ass.
No.
Fuck. Okay, next up is Danny DeVito.
Who's the first one again?
Natalie Portman. This one, it's honestly gonna be tough. This one.
I've seen it.
Yeah. Another one we actually talked about on the pod.
Danny DeVito. What the fuck? I'm trying to... This is tough. Dude, I have no idea. The Danny DeVito is like fucking me up now. Just gonna
Yeah,
guess-
Natalie's like not a big role in it, but she's in it.
I was gonna say Phantom Menace and also
No.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Angela Winkler.
Angela Winkler. I don't think I'm familiar with her. Let me see what she looks like.
This is like the next three are like notable. This is like kind of
Jeez.
yeah.
Angela Winkler. Oh, what is that movie that Chloe Grace Moretz is in? Is it 500 Days of Summer?
Nope.
She's in that though. She plays Tom's younger sister. Okay. Next up for you is... Yeah, it's going to be hard for you. Sorry. But Pierce Brosnan.
That's the dude from Mamma Mia, right?
Yeah. And Dr. Fate.
So it's him, Natalie Portman, and
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito? And I've seen
And we
it?
talked about it, yeah.
We talked about it.
There's a very notable director that directs the movie. I'm giving you hints because, like, yeah, this one's tough. But...
Dude, I don't...
And it was released in the 90s.
Not Happiness, right?
No.
Alright.
Who's next?
Mia Goth.
It's got to be Suspiria.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forget Chloe Grace Moretz was in that.
Yeah.
That's like a random one. But, alright. Let's see if you could get this one, Joe. Ready?
Yeah.
So the last two, we got Glenn Close.
Who's that?
She's like a very famous actress, older actress.
Okay.
And then Jack Nicholson. Talked about it on the pod.
Oh. Heat. No,
Nope.
wait, no. But Heat, I'm because I'm thinking of Natalie Portman because she's in Heat.
Yeah, she's in it for like a second.
What was the main two again? I'm sorry.
So the main two is Glenn Close and Jack Nicholson. I want you to guess this, so I'll give you... Okay, Jack Nicholson plays the president in the movie.
Dude, what the fuck?
We talked about it on the pod.
Dude, I literally have no idea.
It's directed by Tim Burton.
He plays the president?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You can't remember a Tim Burton movie we talked about on here?
No, it's like Beetlejuice.
No. It has to do... It has to do with aliens.
Oh, when Mars Attacks?
Yeah, Mars Attacks.
I actually recommended that. Nicholson's in that?
Yeah, he's like the main guy. He plays the president.
Why do I not even fucking remember him? I remember Natalie Portman.
That was a tough one because like the cast members are recognizable, but putting them together for this movie is like, you know, but
okay.
All right, I'm kind of having my way this week, honestly.
Are you ready?
You go first, yeah.
All right, Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see him. I don't recognize that name. Chris O'Donnell. He looks like fucking Stephen Amell. I literally have no idea. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna guess. Toy Story 3.
No.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No, wait. Let me give you your first actor. Okay. So first actor is Rowan Atkinson.
You show me a picture.
You know him, Mr. Bean.
Dude, what the fuck movies you... He was just in something, too.
Yeah.
And he played like a security guard or something like that. Was he in Wonka?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
He was in Wonka, but no, that's not the answer.
Alright. Nicole Kidman.
The Northman?
No.
Okay. Honestly, these four left, they might give it away. Like, each one, but... Next up is Linda Cardellini. Who is... You know her. She plays Hawkeye's wife.
Just show me a picture, dude. I'm not... Okay. And Mr. Bean?
Yeah, Mr. Bean and her.
Scooby-Doo?
Yep.
Alright.
Scooby-Doo. She plays like Daphne or something.
Yeah,
No, she plays Velma.
She plays Velma. Yeah, I was like, it's either that or like, who does Mr. Bean play? Oh, he plays.
He's like that guy on the
cult
island.
leader. Oh, it's
Yeah,
Scooby Doo Skull Island.
No, yeah, it's the first one.
Whatever.
It's the first one.
Yeah. That's a James Gunn movie, I think, right?
Well, he didn't direct it, but he
wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
That was a good one though. I realized once you start getting to the original gang, like
because I was like, is it Friday? Like I forgot she's playing Jason Voorhees' mother in that series. So I was like, oh, it's Friday the 13th.
No.
All right,
let me keep
next
going.
actor, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey and Nicole Kidman. I feel like I should know this then.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey's not the lead though.
No.
Is it Anchorman?
Nope. And next, Tommy Lee Jones.
Men in Black?
Nope. And last one, Val Kilmer.
Oh, this is Batman? This is one of the Batman movies? Which is it? Batman Forever?
Yep. I didn't even know Kidman was in it until she plays.
Who does she play?
She plays Poison Ivy.
No, that's Uma Thurman.
Oh, she plays Dr. Chase Meriden. I think he's just like Batman's love interest in the movie.
Interesting. Yeah, that was a good one. Jim Carrey, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Should have thought of that. All right, well, I think it's safe to say that I won this week. I gave you some tough ones.
Yeah.
But
fair.
All right, I guess we can move on now. We'll talk about our final film, then we'll wrap things up. So, the film that I recommended last episode was actually the Disney animated film Hercules. And it's directed by Ron Clements and John Musker, who also directed Moana.
I didn't know that.
And they also directed The Little Mermaid. What else? They directed Aladdin. So lots of great Disney animated movies under their belts. But the reason why I recommended this is because I was recently in Greece. And I while I was there, I kept my girlfriend kept mentioning like Hercules when we would talk about some of like the Greek mythology stuff. And I was like, I haven't seen that movie. She was like making fun of me for the fact that I hadn't seen it. So I thought it was a good time to recommend it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll read a little synopsis here. The Man, the Myth, the Movie. Bestowed with superhuman strength, a young mortal named Hercules sets out to prove himself a hero in the eyes of his father, the great god Zeus. Along with his friends Pegasus, a flying horse, and Phil, a personal trainer, Hercules is tricked by the hilarious, hot-headed villain Hades, who's plotting to take over Mount Olympus. And initial thoughts is really solid Disney movie.
I liked it a lot.
It's one that I definitely should have watched when I was younger. I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I really would have liked it a lot when I was younger. You never seen it either?
No, I mean, I probably have when I was like young, but not enough. Like, I didn't remember the story of it at all or anything like that.
Yeah, I love how they use the 2D animation in a lot of the movie. Even like from the start, when they do that initial...
That opening scene with them all like kind of like singing and... I was like, this is sick. I love this. Yeah.
Yeah, like them, I forget what they're called.
The girl,
whatever they're called. When they like come out of the vase and sort of start like dancing down these steps, I'm like, this is really cool how they're doing
very stylized.
Very stylized animation. I think the music overall is really good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of memorable songs. I kept thinking like, how would they even attempt to make this in live action as I was watching it?
I also like the way that the gods have like a glow about them compared to like the mortals, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Like the way they visually express a lot of things in the film are done really well. I love Hades. I thought Hades was great. Like I didn't realize how like he's like a campy villain. He's not really funny. I loved him. Who plays him in this? Actually, I looked it up.
It was like a random person. There's not really a lot of notable people besides Danny DeVito in terms of like household names.
It's all like voice actors and actresses. Seems like.
Yeah, Josh Keaton sounds familiar. Didn't he voice like
he's in
Spider-Man
Spider-Verse
or something?
Let me see. He plays.
Or no, he plays Batman in a bunch of movies. I think.
He plays somebody in.
He plays the Flash. Who else does he play? Let's see. Josh Keaton. I don't know his name. Doesn't he play Spider-Man in like one of the animated? Series?
He's in Spider-Verse, but I don't know.
I think he plays one of the animated Spider-Mans, like animated show Spider-Mans.
Okay.
But anyways,
They actually cast like voice actors in the roles.
yeah, Danny
Which is kinda
DeVito
cool.
too as Phil was really good.
Yeah.
I thought he did a great job. I know they were talking about bringing him back for the live action version.
I just like, there's no way this is gonna work in live action.
Nah, it's not.
Like,
It's not.
the biggest highlight of the movie to me is the animation. Like, the animation is great.
Yeah.
And
A lot of the film just looks beautiful. Like
yeah.
a lot of the landscapes and the settings, and when they show all the gods, it's all colorful, and
yeah.
even like how the underworld looks, I think
Yeah.
was really well done.
Even Hades, the way like he yells and the fire is visualized and stuff. Like, I really enjoyed it. And
Yeah, he's a very expressive villain
Yeah.
for sure.
and what you call it, I feel like I can see where the Roosters are coming from. Where like there definitely like is a story with Hades. Like, I actually he's my favorite character in the movie. Because you also like how he ends up in hell and like taking care of, because they explained like the like backstory or whatever. But like I don't know if that warrants a live action movie. If they wanted to do like an animated movie about how like the story of Hades and why he hates Zeus, I feel like that would make more sense than
Yeah.
to do like a Hades, I don't know, Hades TikTok movie or whatever the fuck they were talking about.
I don't know, man. Please leave it alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to harp on our dislike for like a potential live action.
Yeah, but
I do want to talk a little bit more about the movie itself. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sort of jokes about like Greek mythology. Like I
Yeah.
remember I forget what the exact line is, but they make fun of like how Narcissus like
He's
sees
staring at
himself in the
himself, yeah.
mirror. It's like you wouldn't know what the fuck that means as a
Yeah.
kid, but like it's just funny because
it's
like
just,
knowing some of like the Greek mythology and how these gods were described. Obviously, that's funny.
Yeah.
There's a joke where what are the two little imps called? Like Pain
and Prejudice, something.
Pain and Prejudice.
Let me
No,
look it up,
it was
hold on.
Pain and
Pain,
Panic.
Pain and Panic. Okay.
Where like one of them says like call IXII, which is like call 911.
Yeah.
But it's in like Roman numerals. Like as a kid, you're not gonna
Yeah.
understand what that means, but just little things like that. Like a lot of the jokes
Like
they had, I thought were
made
really
fun
funny.
of Danny DeVito's characters. They said he had trained Achilles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and he trained this like huge fighter who his one weakness was like his heel,
Yeah.
and obviously like Achilles heel, whatever. But yeah, just the way that they kind of like joke about these topics within Greek mythology, I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I have a couple other things. It's just
Even that first joke that Hades does, where he like looks at the camera and like does the face. I don't know why I thought that was really funny.
the whole movie's very funny.
Yeah. I like the love dynamic between, I think her name's Meg, right?
Yeah, Meg.
Meg and Hercules. I feel like normally it's like, I don't know, like Hercules is supposed to be like naive, like good one, and like she's the one kind of taking advantage of him. I feel like normally it's the opposite in a lot of those movies. So it's cool to see like the roles reversed a little bit.
Yeah, I thought Meg was a good love interest for
Yeah.
him because at first, obviously, she's only in it to free herself because she made this deal with Hades to like save her boyfriend or something, and then he like left her.
Yeah.
She basically like sold her soul for a man, and then like
And he
the man
did.
left her. Classic story. God, these men. What can we do about them? But yeah, I like how she eventually does fall for him because he is portrayed as like a genuinely good-hearted
yeah.
person, and I like this idea that they go back to of like he can get his godhood back by being a real hero.
Yeah.
And like being a hero isn't necessarily like putting on a big show and spectacle for people to see. It's the fact that the one thing that actually changes him is when he's willing to trade his own life for Meg's. It's like he puts his life on the line, and that's like a real hero.
Yeah.
So I like how when he does that, that's when he gets his power back.
Yeah.
Good message for kids, well, actually, maybe not, but
What do you mean?
maybe not saying killing yourself is like
but like
but
being
yeah,
a good
yeah,
person.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I liked it a lot.
So was this like a financial hit when it came out?
I don't really know because there never was
follow
like
up on
any.
anything.
Because a lot of these old Disney movies have
like
sequels.
direct-to-DVD sequels. This I don't
Yeah,
think has
let
much.
me look this up.
Let me see, yeah.
Hercules box office. It grossed. Oh no, that's the live action.
What?
There's like a live action Hercules movie that's unrelated to this.
Isn't The Rock play Hercules in it?
Damn, the budget was $85 million for a 1997 animated movie.
Bro,
That's kind of insane.
It came out when 19 what?
97. That sounds like a lot though. 85 million? I feel like there's no way that's true.
At the time, Pixar was like the best animation company in the world.
This isn't Pixar though. It's Disney.
Oh, it's not? Oh.
No, it's Disney. It says it made 250 million worldwide.
Oh, so that's good, yeah.
Pretty good, yeah. But
so I'm surprised that they never really followed up with anything with this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, apparently the guy who plays Hercules is in The Holdovers.
I saw that too, but I don't know who he plays.
Let me see.
Tate Donovan?
Yeah, I'm trying to look. Stanley Kotfelder? I have no idea. It's just like a random.
I think he's one of the dads of one of the kids, maybe.
It looks like it, yeah.
Or no, is he maybe...
Is he his dad?
I was thinking he's maybe, Wait, but did they even show his parents? No, I was thinking remember when they meet that, like, couple in Boston, and he lies to them?
You know
was he maybe...
Yeah, it's probably them, yeah.
Yeah, that's, like, random.
Yeah,
but,
sure. Cool.
But Herc, yeah, I like how... you talked about it a little bit, but the love interest, him and Meg. But Meg isn't like someone who's based off anyone within Greek mythology, I don't think. She's just like a human character for the sake of this movie. I
saw a lot of people saying that they like that actress from Victorious to play her. Like that, like, I don't know her name. She's like
Liz Gillies.
Yeah, I think so. She's on Broadway right now in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah. I saw people say Dua Lipa too. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't know if I see that.
Because she's in some stuff. She was in Argyle.
Yeah.
I think she's in a couple other things.
But does she even have she doesn't even have a song.
Oh, no. Also, Ariana Grande I saw, maybe.
I don't know about that one.
That could... Why not?
I feel like it's like she's... I don't know. But I don't think they necessarily have to cast, like, someone that sings... Because I don't even think she has a song number, Meg.
I think she sings at least once.
One song.
I don't really remember.
They'll auto-tune it. Hercules has to be a singer, though. I feel like the rest of them... Yeah.
That's why people are saying Austin Butler.
Yeah,
I feel like he'd have to get a lot more jacked.
Yeah.
At first I was like, yeah, I don't see it, but then watching the movie, like Hercules does kind of look like Austin Butler a little bit.
Yeah, he has like
he kind of does.
Yeah. He definitely has to add like 30-40 pounds in weight though.
Yeah. Who would play Hades though?
You know who I thought would be great? The dude he's in Fallout, he's in
Walton Goggins?
Yeah.
He could do it. I was thinking
he has that like kind of like chaotic energy that I think would be perfect for that.
For some reason I was thinking Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, you can. That's another one.
He could do it.
He could do it. Honestly, you know who I think would be good, but probably not a good person in real life? Johnny Depp.
Who? Depp as Herc? I mean, no, Depp as Hades.
Hades.
Actually, yeah, he probably would do a good job there.
Yeah. Because he kind of has that, like, obviously he's not Jack Sparrow, but, like, there's, like, a similar kind of, like, I don't know, like, with those characters, there's, like, a similar, something about them.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah.
Aside from that, I mean, at the end of the day, like, it is a kid's movie. There's not really, I don't want to do it a disservice by saying that, but there's not, like, much else there to really talk about.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that I actually finally watched it, because now in terms of, like, the Disney animated movies, it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
But...
And it came out before we were born, too, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite scene, or no?
I like when he gets his, like, godhood back, and, like, the kind of, like, I don't know, when he's walking with Meg, I thought that was a really good scene. The scene of him, like, when I forgot, like, he's kind of, like, he's singing a song, but I forgot what it's about. And it's just him, like, sitting in, like, it's, like, just the sky and all the stars. Like, and it's, like, the shot of just him like that. That was another one I liked. Mm-hmm. Not anything, like, really, no insane shots that, like, really stick out to me.
Yeah, there's not, I mean, I don't know. I like the scenes where all the gods are there.
Together, yeah. On Olympus.
Yeah, and I like, just when he gets his powers back and he's fighting, like, the Titans at the end. And he sort of frees the gods, and then they're all, they're fucking up the Titans. I don't know. I just like seeing the gods in it. Like, they're just so visually pleasing to look at, But I also I like the first time he meets Meg too, where it's like his first damsel in distress. So he's kind of like, he's having these blunders and stuff, and I thought that worked really well. Just that whole scene in general. You sort of get the introduction to Meg's character too, and like how she is, how she doesn't think she's a damsel in distress. Like, she doesn't need a man, But yeah, that's really it. Favorite character. I'm honestly gonna go with Phil.
Really?
I really like Danny DeVito's Phil.
He was good. He's good. But I have to go with Hades. I think he's the best performance in this by far.
Yeah, Hades is a great villain. Yeah. So, all right,
we
can rate it.
I didn't realize how much I love campy villains.
Yeah. He's a good campy villain for sure.
So I give it a 4 out of 5. So 8 out of 10. This is like a very on par with like Little Mermaid, all the Aladdin, like all those really good like Disney kind of animated films. I'm very surprised that I haven't seen this, and I was very like visually stunning. Like Matt said, it was $85 million back then, so you obviously see the budget. It's very stylized. The songs are great. It was overall really enjoyable, and I'm happy that I watched it.
Yeah, same. I also gave it a 4 stars. We continue to have the same ratings for every movie, but like you said, it's just it's up there with one of those classic Disney films, and I'm surprised I have never seen it. So I'm glad that I finally was able to go back and watch it. But it's all memorable characters. I like Greek mythology, so it's cool to sort of see a Disney movie set in that world. There's like a lot you could do with that. And they reference all the classic stories and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was
so, great music, visually looks amazing, and memorable characters. Good story that leaves a good lesson for kids. So, what more can you ask for? So we'll see if the Russo brothers version of this ever gets made. Hopefully not.
There's no. Because now that I actually like this, just makes me not want the Russos to go anywhere near this at all. But,
we'll see, man. We'll see.
Anyway,
that wraps it up. I think for today.
Is there any questions?
Longer one. No, bro, I've been slacking so much with posting the question polls. I got to start doing it more often.
All right, so you want to recommend my movie?
Yep, go for it.
So I'm actually going to be going. I booked my next trip. I'm going to be going to Hong Kong. So I was just kind of getting into, because there's a lot of like cinema history in Hong Kong, and a lot of famous actors come from there too. And I've wanted to watch the movie directed by Wong Kar-wai called In the Mood for Love. Apparently this I don't know if this won Best Picture or Best International Picture. I know it won something. And it's apparently about these two neighbors in Hong Kong that form some kind of bond. And I think it's just like them having this like deep attraction to each other, but they never actually like make contact with each other or like anything like that. But we'll see. Apparently it's really good. It's 4.4 on Letterboxd, so
I'm excited. Yeah. It's a classic. I've obviously like heard of that movie before, and I've heard only great things, so I'm excited. And also next episode is Jurassic World and Superman. I really can't believe it, man. Yeah. I can't believe we're going to be talking about Superman on the next episode.
I feel like I had to do something like we're having our like cake. We need a little vegetables before, and that's in the mood for love.
Yeah. Show off your Superman shirt though.
Oh yeah. Actually, funny enough, thrifted this in Japan.
Yeah, it's actually sick.
Yeah. It has like the kind of I don't know. I like the black logo too.
Yeah.
I'll be wearing this when I go to the theater.
Yeah.
I'm fucking high. I like for those like Superman and Spider-Man. I feel like that's everyone's favorite hero growing up. But like I love Superman. Like I'm very, very excited.
Yep. Yeah. Me too. Not as excited as you, but
yeah.
Anyways, thanks everyone for listening and watching episode 75. Follow us on our social medias, please. Follow our TikTok. Follow our Instagram,
Twitter.
Subscribe on YouTube. It'll help
Spotify,
us out. We want to grow. We want to keep making content for you guys.
We want to quit our jobs and do this full time. So please help us.
Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. But we really appreciate everyone who's here still, and that's really it. We'll see you in 2 weeks for episode 76. Thanks so much.